following is a special presentation from the WKLM Sports Department.
Good afternoon from 717 Credit Union Park, the home of the Akron Rubber Ducks. Matt Croy alongside with you as the Hiland Hawks a record of 24-4. They're the second-ranked team in Division 6. And they won 5 in a row, 17 of their last 18, and they're trying to get to the state finals for the fourth consecutive year. For St. Henry, they'll come in as the Redskins, the third-ranked team in Division 6. Their record is 26-3. They've won 13 straight. They're trying to get back to the state finals for the first time since 2003. Stay tuned. I'll be speaking with Hiland head baseball coach Chris Davis on the pregame show on WKLM.
Make sure your Medicare open enrollment plan allows you to receive the pharmacy service you deserve. This is Joel Gauss from Premier Pharmacy, and did you know that Medicare prescription plans are constantly changing from one year to the next? More and more plans are increasing copays or trying to force you into using their plan-owned mail-order pharmacies. Let us help you prepare for the upcoming year by scheduling a consultation with one of our expert team members, or tell your current insurance expert to make sure your plan allows you to get your prescriptions at one of our local Premier Pharmacy locations in Berlin, Millersburg, and now also in downtown Sugar Creek. Thank you for allowing us to be your local, hometown, independent pharmacy.
When you're thinking of an old-fashioned smokehouse flavor, think Sugar Valley Meats. They carry their own ham and bacon, and the old-fashioned smokehouse uses hickory, apple, and sassafras. Processing, curing, and custom butchering are available, cut to your specifications. Stop in and see all the products that they offer. That's Sugar Valley Meats on Dutch Valley Drive in Sugar Creek. Turn left at the light, and Sugar Valley Meats is 1/4 mile on the right. Call today, 330-852-4423.
Denko Marketing and Tricor Industrial, two reputable entities, are the proud sponsors of this broadcast. Denko takes pride in distributing garage door parts and producing specialty tools, serving customers at home and abroad. Need superior tools for your project? Head to Tricor Industrial on Bowman Street in Worcester, boasting an impressive lineup of Milwaukee power tools, Wright tools, grade 5, grade 8, and stainless steel fasteners. While visiting, don't overlook their steel blue work boots and wide selection of drill bits, taps, and dies. Denko and Tricor, proud partners of making an impact in your community.
This is Mose Beachy. I'm an independent Beamer partner. In 2004, I was paralyzed due to an industrial accident and lived in great discomfort with left calf, cold feet, and no feeling in toes. I was introduced to Beamer in 2016 as a FDA-cleared Class 2 medical device that enhances oxygen delivery and removal of carbon dioxide, local blood flow and circulation, muscle performance, strength, conditioning, and recovery. For service, sales, and rental, call Mose at 330-231-8010 or log on to alife.beamergroup.com. That is alife.beamergroup.com.
Some call it overplanning. At Millersburg Electric, we call it foresight. Be prepared for the next power outage with a Generac home standby generator. After sensing a power outage, a Generac generator automatically restores your home's power, whether you're home or away. Generac, it's not just a generator, it's a power move. Team up with Millersburg Electric and Generac today to schedule your free in-home consultation and a turnkey generator install. Call or visit millersburgelectric.com and be ready for the next power outage.
Other guy's insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course. At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
There may be other choices out there, but when it comes to tires and service, there's really only one place to go. Millersburg Tire Service. In business for over 73 years, it's not just about the prices, it's about the people and the service. That's why service is in their name. They started back in 1953 from humble beginnings, and today they continue serving homes in the surrounding counties with a beautiful showroom, modern facilities, and even a front porch where you're always welcome. They treat people the way you want to be treated. With all that, there's no reason to go anywhere else. Millersburg Tire Service, located on State Route 39, east of Millersburg.
Biker Sand and Gravel, serving the Central Ohio area of Wayne and Holmes County since 1935. They are a name and business you can trust. Their products and services include ready-mix concrete, excavating, limestone, sand and gravel, and hauling services. They are locally owned and operated, insured and bonded, and most importantly, ready to serve you. For more information, call 330-674-0038.
Inside the Dugout is brought to you by Hobrins Insurance in Millersburg.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent. Hobrins Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
Alongside Hiland Hawks and baseball coach Chris Davis getting set for the state semifinal matchup against St. Henry. I know we got the chance to talk to this week here, Chris, but just the fact that you're here again playing here in Akron, what's it feel like to have another shot opportunity to be in this venue and playing for the state?
We feel very blessed to have this opportunity to be here again 4 years in a row. You don't see that in high school baseball, and guys are looking to take advantage and come out here and try to bring home another trophy to Berlin and East Holmes and Hiland and the whole community. And guys are very excited. They're loose. They're ready to go. We just got to come out today, put a clean game together, and have some fun.
Chris, I think the impressive thing is this team has been locked in all season, but certainly they've gotten better as the season's gone along as well to get to this point.
Yeah, for sure. You look at just the scores from the early part of the season to the late part of the season. We're definitely hitting the ball a lot better, 1 through 9, and our pitching's been strong all year, and we're just playing really good baseball right now, and I'm excited to watch this game.
You play some of the same teams over the course of the year, so this day here, this is a different one here in St. Henry, 26-3, ranked 3rd in Division 6. What do you know about the St. Henry team?
They've got a really good lineup, 1 through 9. They've got a bunch of big guys that can really drive the ball. So Mike's going to have to work hard, get ahead in counts, make them hit his pitches. He's really good at that, so I'm 100% confident in his ability to go out there and bring home a W for us today.
Leaning on a guy like Mike here who has the experience, has been as good as he's been all season long, had the experience he had last year. Has to be big having a guy like that on the mound.
Yeah, I mean, a moment like this, he's ready for it. Like you said, he threw in a couple state games last year, and I don't think the moment's going to be too big for him. He's going to come out and just do what he needs to do, not try to do too much, let the defense work behind him, because we've been playing clean defense for pretty much all year, and hopefully we can keep that going today.
What's the approach have to be on the offensive end?
Yeah, we want to make them throw a lot of pitches, put some quality at bats, hunt fastballs early in the count, and try to drive the gaps. I mean, it's a big outfield here. If we can drive one into the gap and get extra bases, that'd be huge for us. Put a lot more pressure on them as a defense. And when we get guys on, just be productive with our at bats, move them around the infield, put them in a scoring position, and then just guys know. Whatever the situation is, they've got a job to do at the plate, and we've been working hard on it, and I think they're ready to go.
You mentioned working hard on it. We know what the top guys in the lineup can do here, but we've seen these other guys also step up during postseason play as well.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, 1 through 9, everybody's seeing the ball, hitting the ball really well. Bottom of the order guys, for us, it's not a typical bottom of the order lineup. Those guys could be hitting anywhere in the lineup. And they're, like I said, they're all feeling good, feeling confident. They all had a good 2 regional games, and just looking to come in and do damage today.
All right, Chris, well, thanks for your time, and good luck here today.
Thank you.
That's the voice of Hiland Hawks head baseball coach, Chris Davis.
Inside the Dugout has been brought to you by Hobrins Insurance in Millersburg.
At Home Siding Contractors, our mission is to give homeowners a quality product, whether it's our vinyl siding or our energy-efficient replacement windows and doors. Home Siding Contractors is ready to turn your home into one of your biggest energy-saving assets. You'll notice the difference as your home will stay warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer. Call 888-725-6619 for a in-home estimate or find all of our products at homesiding.com.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent. Hobrins Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
Wait a minute. America's turning 250 years old?
That's right, and Rody's IGA is celebrating the only way they know how.
Oh, fireworks.
Better. Buy one, get one free.
That's even more American.
Stock up on Bar S Jumbo Franks, Oscar Mayer Bologna, Armar Lunchmakers, Smithfield Pork Tenderloin, and Cherub Tomatoes, all buy one, get one free.
So I get two for the price of one? George Washington would have crossed the Delaware for that deal.
Celebrate 250 years of America, now through Sunday, at Rody's IGA Marketplace in Millersburg.
Rody's IGA, where savings are as American as apple pie.
A remodel or new build is more than just a project. At Kime, we believe these projects mean creating a new play space for your little ones, designing a gathering place to make and share meals, or building an outdoor oasis to relax and recharge. We're here to help you reimagine your space. Our home center in Charm is a one-stop shop for flooring, appliances, kitchens, and so much more. Our team of experts is here to help support you every step of the way. That's the beauty of working with Kime. That's your home reimagined.
Express Power Washing is Northeast Ohio's premier washing and soft washing company. Their expert team uses state-of-the-art equipment and eco-friendly cleaning solution to rejuvenate your home's exterior, roofs, decks, driveways, and more. Home with a 2-year guarantee. If the green comes back, they come back. For more information, call 330-231-4392. That's 330-231-4392.
MEB Systems, a name that has been around since 1977. It is the area's flat roof specialist. Their mission statement is, serve our team, customers, and community by offering exceptional and innovative flat roofing services, all for the glory of God. MEB Systems has the experience to handle anything from scheduled maintenance to roofing multi-acre facilities protecting valuable equipment and merchandise. Call MEB Systems, your flat roof specialist, at 330-852-4333 or visit them online at MEBsystems.com. MEB Systems wishes all local athletes the best success this year.
Call Berlin Heating and Cooling, your Rheem Pro partner, and you know you're calling the very best. Berlin Heating and Cooling services and installs Rheem and all types of furnaces and air conditioning equipment. Berlin Heating and Cooling, they're your local team you can trust. Call them today at 330-893-3057. That's 330-893-3057.
Hi, this is Croy with Burgett Insurance. If you can't remember the last time you've reviewed your insurance policies, you're not alone. Burgett Insurance and Buckeye Insurance Group work together to make sure you are properly covered. Call the friendly, knowledgeable staff of Burgett Insurance at 330-276-3791. We provide service that exceeds expectations and coverage that meets your needs. Buckeye Insurance Group and Burgett Insurance, working together to protect you.
First, getting a chance to play in the state tournament once again for a fourth consecutive year. Of course, the Hiland trying to get to the state finals for a fourth straight year and win a state championship for the fourth consecutive year. Looking at the history, of course, for Hiland, for them, they won the state championship in 2016, 23, 24, and 25, and trying to be the first team ever to capture a fourth consecutive state championship this weekend. They were the state runner-up back in 2000, 2008, and 2017, and also in the state tournament in general for 9 times now in their school's history. For St. Henry, the Redskins, for them, state champions back in 2003. That's the last time they were in the state finals, and they won it back in 2000 and 1999. So state champions 3 times. Again, with the first, they have not won it since 2003 and haven't been to the state finals since that 2003 season. They were state runner-up back in 1946 and 45, and in the state tournament in general, in total, 7 times in their school history for the St. Henry Redskins team. Hiland, of course, as we know, last year they captured their 3rd consecutive state championship. They defeated Lake Center Christian by the score of 5-4. They'll have a chance, if they can get a win today, to take on Lake Center Christian again in the state finals as they won their game earlier today. St. Henry last year in Division 6 in the Northwest 2 District, they lost their first tournament game as the 2 seed, went down to the 7th seed at Parkway by the score of 4-2 from a season ago. This year, of course, Hiland rolls in with a record of 24-4, the second-ranked team in Division 6. They won 5 in a row and 17 of their last 18. And for their 4 losses, of course, they had a loss to Indian Valley 5-4, a 3-2 loss at Carrollton, 5-3 loss at Waynedale as well on the season for them, and also had a 1-0 loss at West Holmes. Other than that, all victories on the season for Hiland. For St. Henry, the Redskins, a record of 26-3, also very impressive. Their losses, a 7-3 loss. That was to Coldwater on a home loss to them. Also for them, got a loss of 6-5 in 9 innings to Parkway, and lost 4-3 to Anna as well. St. Henry rolls in with their record, as I mentioned, of 26-3. They won 13 straight, the 3rd-ranked team in Division 6 for them. Hiland, of course, as far as this season's tournament run is concerned, Hiland with wins in the sectional and district over Bridgeport, 11-1, a win over Buckeye Trail, 6-1, and defeated Fort Fry by the score of 11-2 to capture the district championship. And for St. Henry, out of the Northwest 1 district, they won their first tournament game over the 8-seed Ada, 21-0, and then the victory over Parkway, 8-0, before downing Colonel Crawford in the district championship game by the score of 7-4. As far as the regionals are concerned here for the 2 teams, for Hiland, of course, they won their regional semifinal contest over Waterford 12-0, and a win over Mechanicsburg 12-0 to capture another regional championship. St. Henry got a win over Patrick Henry 6-5, and also an 11-6 victory over Seneca East to capture their regional championship. So Hiland ranked number 2, St. Henry is ranked number 3. Winner of this game moves on, of course, to tomorrow's state championship game tomorrow morning against Lake Center Christian. They're ranked 4th in D6. They want to win in the game earlier today. They outgunned the number 8 ranked Northmore 5-3. So Lake Center Christian, a 2-1 victory over Northmore. And the winner of this game will take on Lake Center Christian tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. here in Akron for the D6 state championship game. We'll take a break, come back with more after this on WKLM. Looking for a partner who will bring your vision to life? Tecton Engineering in Berlin is your go-to for civil, residential, and commercial engineering, customizing their approach to suit your unique needs. And for creative design that sets your project apart, trust Brick and Banister Design. Whether it's residential or commercial, they specialize in innovative design and construction drawings to keep your project on track, on budget, and exactly as you envision. Visit tecton-eng.com and brickandbannisterdesign.com today. Call 893-0230. Proud supporters of the Hiland Hawks and West Holmes Knights.
At Kaufman Realty and Auctions, you've got options. Your property is unique, and our agents know how to sell it. Whether it's a traditional listing or live auction, we'll earn you top dollar. Our agents will utilize whichever method of sale works best. When buying or selling your next home, call on Kaufman.
Whether you're exploring faith for the first time or looking for a place to call home, Northside Church invites you to be a part of their growing community. Join them for services Sundays at 9 and 10:30 a.m., where you'll find inspiring messages and a welcoming atmosphere for all ages. And for 6th to 12th graders, Northside Student Ministry meets Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. during the school year. Visit them at 1207 Worcester Road, just north of Joel Pomeranian Hospital in Millersburg. They can't wait to meet you at Northside Church.
Discover your passion and prepare for your future at Buckeye Career Center. We are still accepting applications for the 2026-27 school year from incoming high school juniors and seniors. Pick from our over 30 career technical labs to obtain the skills you need to succeed in an in-demand career field. Popular options include computer-aided design, masonry, outdoor power, precision machining, and culinary arts. Don't delay and apply online today at buckeyecareercenter.org.
At Beaches, we're about keeping you safe and on the road. We believe in building lasting relationships through a trustworthy service. Our team cares about delivering quality every time. We offer auto, diesel, heavy-duty, and tire services. Our Winesburg location is open 7 a.m. to midnight, located at 2653 US 62. Call Winesburg at 330-359-5421. Our Berlin location is open 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., located at 5979 County Road 201. Call Berlin at 330-674-6970. Explore our full range of services and easily schedule your next appointment at beaches.com.
The moment, and this is what all the hard work the boys have put in. It all leads to this, and they're going to get to go out and showcase it on a big stage.
They certainly are, and a part of that is coming out in a game like this being locked in from the get-go, and that just has not been a concern for this team. We've seen them really do it throughout the postseason and throughout the course of this last 4 years, no matter what the combination of players have been, and certainly this team, they're going to go out there and be ready to go.
Yeah, if you look at the last 4 years, you can look at each game and be like, okay, there was a big moment, there was a big play, and even looking at the basketball championship from this year, down 4, you go to the length of the court in 6 seconds and get within 2. It just seems like Hiland, it's very, very hard to rattle them. They've been in a lot of high-pressure situations, and they've put in enough work. They expect to win.
That's one thing about it. St. Henry obviously has had a terrific season. I expect this is going to be a tough game, as you expect it should be at this point of the juncture. But they haven't been in this situation very many times. The first time since 2003 they've been to the state tournament. Maybe not used to playing in this environment here. You've got to wonder, at least at the start of the game, how that could possibly be an advantage for Hiland today.
Yeah, and so a lot of these St. Henry kids, they play football, and they won a state championship in football, but it's different. This is baseball, and if you're a pitcher, you're out there on an island. So we'll see if it has any effect on them, and it's kind of like they expect to win and we expect to win, so it's going to be a good battle.
It will be a good battle. Of course, Max Delsythe, he'll be the pitcher here. He's struck out 88 batters, has walked 25, so guys, certainly has been outstanding throughout the year.
Yeah, and if you get to this level, you're going to expect to face good pitching. You're going to expect to face good teams. It's just, you're not going to come in here and roll over anybody. That just hasn't happened, and you're expecting another tight game today.
Last time I checked, Mike Miller, he's pretty good too.
Yeah, he's pretty good. We'll take him.
All right, we'll take another break. Come back with more on the pregame show next on WKLM.
Having trouble with your farm equipment? Don't spend all your hard-earned money on buying new. Bring your equipment to Fisher Farm Service, located at 5327 Weller Road Northwest in New Philadelphia, and have their qualified technicians take a look at it. The technicians at Fisher Farm Service can fix your equipment and have it working as good as new. Their technicians specialize in tractors, combines, skid loaders, and balers. So the next time your farm equipment is not working to your standard, take it to Fisher Farm Service and get your equipment back to peak performance. Call Fisher Farm Service at 330-364-4449.
Give your home the protection it deserves with Cedar Max Super Polymer Insulated Siding from MRV Siding Supply. Cedar Max by Provia delivers outstanding performance inside and out, all in a variety of beautiful colors. Backed by a lifetime limited warranty, Cedar Max keeps your home looking great for years to come. Stop by MRV Siding Supply on County Road 624 in Millersburg or mrvsiding.com.
Get your siding supplies from the siding guys. MRV Siding Supply.
Now through July 6th,
Everyone qualifies for Ford employee pricing at Village Motors in Millersburg. This is Deke Miller, and during Ford's American Value for American Values event, you pay the same price Ford employees receive on most 2026 Ford vehicles. That means big savings on popular models like the F-150, Ford Explorer, Bronco, Maverick, Bronco Sport, and Super Duty. No employee badge, no special credentials, no haggling. Just straightforward savings for everyone. Don't wait. Ford employee pricing ends July 6th at Village Motors in Millersburg. Village Motors, where value drives home.
Dreaming of a perfect affordable home? Discover family-owned Hartford Homes. Hartford Homes, with over 50 years combined experience in the construction industry, offers turnkey homes including all land improvements, resulting in a stress-free custom home built for you. Our commitment to quality, community, and sustainability sets us apart. Visit HartfordHomesOhio.com today to schedule your visit. Tour inside 2 different model homes or browse our 22 online models. Discover Hartford Homes in Jeromesville and start your journey to a dream home.
Today's starting line is brought to you by Holmes Wayne Electric Cooperative. Heard of a utility company that sends you money? We do. Cooperatives are member-owned and receive the power from us. You receive capital patronage. Last year, they raised over $1.5 million for the return to their members, and that's the cooperative difference. And starting today for the Hiland Hawks, and leading things off will be junior center fielder Christian Mulla. Batting second is the senior right fielder Garrett Monigold. Batting third is senior first baseman Grady Monigold, while on the cleanup spot for the Hawks, that'll be senior catcher Griffin Monigold. Batting fifth is junior DH Jonah Yoder. He'll be DHing for the starting left fielder. That is senior Ben Hosteller. Batting in the sixth slot, senior third baseman Andre Yoder, while batting seventh is the senior pitcher Mike Miller. Batting eighth, that's senior second baseman Logan Yoder, while in the ninth slot is senior shortstop Isaiah Wagler. Hiland, the second-ranked team in Division 6. The record is 24-4, and they're coached by Chris Dagus. And for St. Henry, the Redskins, leading things off for them will be junior right fielder Tate Beckman. Batting second is the junior catcher Drew Langenkamp, while batting third will be senior third baseman Owen Zimmerman. In a cleanup spot will be senior first baseman Jake Sweeterman. And also starting for St. Henry, and batting fifth will be senior DH, that'll be Connor LaGuire. Batting sixth is sophomore shortstop Austin Zimmerman. And batting seventh, that'll be junior second baseman Austin Kunk. In the eighth slot, senior left fielder Hudson Schmidt. And also batting ninth is senior center fielder Jack Holzman. And the starting pitcher for today, and it's going to be senior Mac Delsythe for this St. Henry team. For the Redskins, a third-ranked team in Division 6, their record is 26-3. They won 13 straight, and they're coached by Mike Gass. And the starting lineup is brought to you by Holmes Wayne Electric Cooperative. Receive your power from them, and then you receive Ohio Cooperative Living magazine once a month. Packed full of information. This way is their way of staying in touch with their members and their owners who receive their service. Also, don't forget to follow them on Facebook for energy efficiency tips, adage communications, and the latest activities and initiatives of your local cooperative. We'll take another break. Come back with the national anthem coming up next on WKLM.
Wayne Homes Health is now part of the Premier Pharmacy family, giving us even more ways to serve you. This is Joel Gauss from Premier Pharmacy, and I'm pleased to announce our acquisition of Wayne Homes Health in Worcester, allowing us to offer a full line of home medical equipment, including hospital beds, lift chairs, scooters, and more. We also offer home modifications, including stair lift and ramp installation. Rental and delivery are both available. Stop in and see the new display at our Berlin location, now located inside of German Village Shopping Center, or visit us in Worcester at 720 Winkler Drive to see our full line of medical and home modification equipment.
When you're thinking of an old-fashioned smokehouse flavor, think Sugar Valley Meats. They carry their own ham and bacon, and the old-fashioned smokehouse uses hickory, apple, and sassafras. Processing, curing, and custom butchering are available, cut to your specifications. Stop in and see all the products that they offer. That's Sugar Valley Meats on Dutch Valley Drive in Sugar Creek. Turn left at the light, and Sugar Valley Meats is 1/4 mile on the right. Call today, 330-852-4423.
Denco Marketing and Tricor Industrial, two reputable entities, are the proud sponsors of this broadcast. Denco takes pride in distributing garage door parts and producing specialty tools, serving customers at home and abroad. Need superior tools for your project? Head to Tricor Industrial on Bowman Street in Worcester, boasting an impressive lineup of Milwaukee power tools, Wright tools, grade 5, grade 8, and stainless steel fasteners. While visiting, don't overlook their steel blue work boots and wide selection of drill bits, taps, and dies. Denco and Tricor, proud partners of making an impact in your community.
This is Mose Beachy. I'm an independent Beamer partner. In 2004, I was paralyzed due to an industrial accident. I was introduced to Beamer in 2016 as a FDA-cleared Class 2 medical device that enhances and supports the body in just 8 minutes twice a day. 10 weeks after using Beamer, the discomfort in my left calf was gone. I have been free of discomfort since December of 2016. Call Mose at 330-231-8010 or log on to alife.beamergroup.com. That is alife.bemergroup.com.
Some call it overplanning. At Millersburg Electric, we call it foresight. Be prepared for the next power outage with a Generac home standby generator. After sensing a power outage, a Generac generator automatically restores your home's power, whether you're home or away. Generac, it's not just a generator, it's a power move. Team up with Millersburg Electric and Generac today to schedule your free in-home consultation and a turnkey generator install. Call or visit millersburgelectric.com and be ready for the next power outage.
Other guy's insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course. At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
And today's national anthem has been brought to you by the Holmes County Veteran Services in Millersburg. Reminder, today's game is being aired live on FM 95.3 and WKLM-FM.com. It's Devin Fortune back in the studio along with Robert Yabroff as well. And we're also live on the YouTube audio stream. Go to the WKLM YouTube page. We have the live audio also on the YouTube link as well. If you go to our YouTube page, Casey Claxon producing our live audio stream on YouTube. And of course, we'll be posting the video stream of this game to the WKLM YouTube page immediately following the game due to Ohio High School Athletic Association regulations at the state tournament. Reminder also, of course, we have Division 5 state semifinal baseball coverage going on as well as we speak. Waynedale against Valley, and Jake Seidel, Bill Pim have the call of that, so that is also going on right now. That is on WKLM-FM.com and stream too, and also we have the YouTube audio link as well on the WKLM YouTube page there if you want to listen to it that way, and we'll also, of course, be posting the video stream to the WKLM YouTube page immediately following that contest as well for that Waynedale Valley contest. Matt Croy alongside John Monigold for the call, and the video stream, by the way, being produced today by Logan McPeek. That'll be posted again to the YouTube page after the game, and working the camera is Andrew Dunlap, all part of the Claxon communication crew, helping us make that happen as well for this afternoon. It'll be Hiland, the home team. So at the plate, the visitors, St. Henry, leading things off for them. Tate Beckman, Drew Langenkamp, Owen Zimmerman, Jake Sweeterman, along with Carter LaGuire, Austin Zimmerman, Austin Kunk, Hudson Schmitz, and also Jack Hillsman rounds out the lineup for St. Henry. In the field for Hiland at first is Grady Monigold, the second baseman Logan Yoder. At short is Isaiah Wagler. At third, Andre Yoder. Ben Hostettler's in left. Christian Mullet's the center fielder. In right, that's Garrett Monigold. Catching Griffin Monigold. And on the mound and pitching, that is the senior lefty in Mount Vernon commit, and that's Mike Miller. Mike Miller on the season, outstanding. 7-0 record and a .31 ERA. 44 in the third innings pitched on the season. He's allowed 6 runs, 2 earned, 17 hits allowed. He struck out 75, walking 12. He's hit 3 batters on the season. It is 400 in dead center here at 717 Credit Union Park, here at the home of the Akron Rubber Ducks, and 337 down the lines as well as we get ready to get things underway for Division 6 State Semifinal Baseball. And the first pitch brought to you by MRV Siding Supply. Give them a call, 800-524-7436. St. Henry with the red jerseys, white numerals, and white pants and red stripes. Hiland white pants and white jerseys, red numerals, and also black stripes as well. Tate Beckman bats for the left side, whereas number 18, he's the junior right fielder. Lefty against lefty. Mike Miller works from that stretch position to start off the contest. And here is the one and the first pitch of the game. Swung on and foul to the backstop. And a 0-1 count to start things off to Tate Beckman. Beckman, of course, the leadoff batter. He comes in batting .449, has 17 runs batted in.
Yeah, you're going to see some pretty impressive stats out of this St. Henry's team. But
Miller.
Mike's more than capable of holding his own.
And here's the pitch. Fastball going to be a cold strike on the outside corner. Looking sharp early on those first 2 pitches. And a lot of times that's a big part of the game, right? John just kind of getting off to that good start.
Yep, just staying under control, staying focused.
Miller stares in. And here's the pitch. Fastball going to be a cold strike 3 on the outside corner. Can't do much better than that. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. There's 1 down.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was looking for an off-speed or curveball there. Mike never showed it to him.
And he can't place that one any better, right on the outside edge. 1 up, 1 down. Here's Drew Langenkamp. Bats from the right side of the plate wearing number 12. He's the junior catcher. Langenkamp, he's batting .488 and has 6 home runs, 32 runs batted in.
Yeah, and you're going to see a lot of these St. Henry kids. They're well built. They're football players, and you can tell they look the part.
1 up, 1 down. Top of the first, no score from Akron. Here's the pitch by Miller. Fastball sails high. It's going to be ball 1 to Drew Langenkamp. Hiland, of course, played here earlier this season. Didn't complete the game and had a good lead on Alliance at that time before the rain came down.
Might have been a little bit of motivation to get back here.
Yeah, no question about it. Here's the pitch. Curveball. That's the first one, going to be just a bit inside. It's ball 2. 2-0 count to Drew Langenkamp. Winner moving on to tomorrow morning state championship game against Lake Center Christian. They won 5-3 in the earlier game over Northmore. And that'll be again tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock here in Akron. Miller now with the pitch. Going to be a cold strike on the inside corner. He's got that fastball going here right now with 2 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, and it's nice they got the radar gun working. That one was at 85. The previous one was 86. And he's going to throw that curveball in the mid-70s. It's a sharp one.
Miller now with the pitch. So going to be fouled back, and that'll be out of play. And that'll even the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just underway, top of the first inning from Akron. You bet you got a chance to talk to these guys, John, here before the game, and certainly with your sons as Miller stares in. And here is the 2-2 offering. Going to be a cold strike 3 on the inside corner. He zips that fastball again on the inside part of the plate, 87 miles an hour on that pitch, and he's pumping it in there. That's back-to-back strikeouts.
Yeah, I think they're kind of looking away or looking for that curveball when he gets to 2 strikes, and he's not giving it to him. And you know what? That's a confidence factor. These kids all week, hey, we're ready to go.
I'm going to say, I was going to lead into the fact the confidence is there. Yeah, we're up here calling the game nervous, and you're certainly, as a dad, nervous, but these kids are locked in. That pitch, a curveball, hits the dirt, and a 1-0 count to Owen Zimmerman, but they're ready to go.
Yeah, you kind of can't remember if it was a district game, and Mike walked by me, and he just said 4 more.
Yep.
4 more. Now you're down to 2 more. He seems to be locked in.
Yeah, I'd say that's a good word for it. Here's the pitch by Miller. Fastball going to be just a bit low. It's ball 2, 2-0 count. Owen Zimmerman bats from the right side wearing number 29. He's the senior third baseman. He's batting .479, 1 homer, and 37 runs batted in. And Miller now with the 2-0 offering. So I'm going to be fouled to the right side and into the seats. And the count goes to 2-1. Partly cloudy skies, of course, hot and humid. Thankfully, we're inside the AC, though.
Somebody said this is great baseball weather, and that's what I said. If you're not loose today, you're never going to be loose.
No doubt about it.
But the clouds are sticking around, and that helps.
Miller now with the pitch. Speaks going to be lined toward left center field, going to be in there for a base hit. It'll bounce in front of Christian Mullen out there. So first base runner of the day for St. Henry.
Yeah, he might have jammed him a little bit. Didn't even hit it hard enough to get it out to Christian.
So 1 on, 2 outs. At the plate, Jake Sweeterman bats from the right side. He's wearing number 36 and the senior first baseman. Sweeterman, the cleanup batter, batting .400. He has 3 home runs and 44 runs batted in.
Oh, like I said, you're going to see some pretty incredible stats.
And all that gets measured a little bit depending on who you're going up against, and see how that matches up today with 2 outstanding teams. Miller, the pitch. Fastball going to be a cold strike on the outside corner.
And one thing to look at that comes into play today, Mike being left-handed, this St. Henry team, they've stolen over 120 bases this season, which is a school record. That's pretty incredible. But with him being left-handed, you would think they got to stay just a little bit closer at first base.
Zimmerman gets that lead at first, not very big. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, a curveball, strike 2. Nice pitch there, 0-2 count now to Sweeterman.
Now let's see if they get aggressive. A lot of times, with 2 strikes, you're looking at he's probably going to throw a ball or something out of the zone. Let's see if they decide to send that runner. Be aggressive.
He does have 14 stolen bases, though, Zimmerman, over at first base. And the pitch. Not going. Swing and a miss. That'll be strike 3 anyway. And that'll do it here for the inning as Miller ends up striking out the side in inning number 1. Through a half inning, no runs and 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left, and no score from Akron. This is state semifinal baseball on WKLM. If you're looking for the best tires and service in the area, stop by Millersburg Tire Service. When it comes to selection, no one does it better. They've sold 37 brands of passenger, SUV, light truck, heavy duty, and farm tires in the last year, serving Holmes County, all across Ohio, and 11 surrounding states. They even ship nationwide. Add in a knowledgeable staff with over 375 years of combined experience, and you've got everything you need, all in one place. So go with a team that's been serving Holmes County for over 73 years. Millersburg Tire Service, State Route 39, east of Millersburg.
Biker Sand and Gravel, serving the central Ohio area of Wayne and Holmes County since 1935. They are a name and business you can trust. Their products and services include ready-mix concrete, excavating, limestone, sand and gravel, and hauling services. They are locally owned and operated, insured and bonded, and most importantly, ready to serve you. For more information, call 330-674-0038.
With today's market instability, many homeowners are looking to upgrade their existing home rather than buy or build a new one. At Home Siding Contractors, we know choosing the many colors and styles of siding, replacement windows, and doors can be overwhelming. At Home Siding Contractors, we can help make that decision easier. Durability, beauty, and low maintenance over time describes our products the best. Call Home Siding Contractors today at 888-725-6619 and let our professional staff help upgrade your home today.
Bottom half of the first, no score. Here's the wind and the pitch. It's going to be a fastball, going to be just outside for a ball. 1-0 count to Christian Mullet, who leads things off for the Hawks.
bats for the left side wearing number 23. He's the junior center fielder, batting .352, has 17 runs batted in. The pitch, that's going to be a fastball, going to be a cold strike on the outside corner. 1-1 the mullet, followed by Garrett Monigold, Grady Monigold, Griffin Monigold, Jonah Yoder, Andre Yoder, and Mike Miller, followed by Logan Yoder and Isaiah Wagler to round out the Hiland lineup. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Going to be swung on a bouncer toward first. He'll be gloved by Schwieterman. He'll take it to the first base bag to retire Mullet, and that's going to be out number 1.
Yeah, it's going to be one of the keys if Hiland can get some pressure on him, put some runners on base, and see what he can do to make him throw out of the stretch.
1 up and 1 down right now. No score in the bottom of the first. At the plate, Garrett Monigold, who bats from the right side wearing number 3. He's the senior right fielder, batting .398, has 27 runs batted in. 1 down, nobody aboard. Here in the bottom of the first inning, no score from Akron. The wide and the pitch. Curveball going to be a cold strike on the inside corner. For St. Henry, Jake Schwieterman, I mentioned, is the first baseman. Austin Kunk is second. At short is Austin Zimmerman. The third baseman is Owen Zimmerman. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, he popped up. First base side, foul territory. Has the room, it looks like, can't find it. It's going to be held onto and caught somehow by Schwieterman. Well, he had no idea where it was at. Somehow he found it just in time to make that catch.
Yeah, somehow he was able to pull that together. Looked like he had Garrett out front on an off-speed pitch. Somehow he came up with that ball. He was spinning in circles.
I don't know how he did. 2 down, nobody aboard. Here's Grady Monigold, batting for the left side, wearing number 21, the senior first baseman. East District Player of the Year, batting .526, 11 home runs, and 49 runs batted in. Of course, school records as he stands in. And the wind, the pitch. Going to be just a bit low on the fastball. It's going to be ball 1. Hudson Smithson's in left field. Jackson Hillsman in center. In right field is Tate Beckman. Catching is Drew Langenkamp. Pitching is the senior right-hander, Max Delsythe. Here's the wind, the 1-0. Swung on, be popped up high in the air. Near third. Now the shortstop looking for it, trying for trouble. He'll hold on. Wow. He'll make the grab. That was also adventurous, but held on to by Austin Zimmerman for the third out.
Yeah, both of those pop-ups were an adventure. I don't know. The flag is blowing out pretty stiff.
Yeah, it's a win, but that'll do it for Hiland. 1-2-3. It goes in the bottom of the first. No score from Akron. This is State Tournament Baseball on WKLM.
Loading the kids in the car. Brokering peace in the back seat. Mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent. Hobron's Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
You know what America needs for its 250th birthday?
A giant parade.
Nope, a giant shopping cart full of buy one, get one free deals.
Now that's patriotic. Celebrate 250 years of America with Roadie's IGA. Buy one, get one free sale.
Grab McCafe or Green Mountain K-Cups, IGA tomato soup, Quaker Mini Rice Crisps, Little Dutch Maid's cream cookies, all liquid detergent, and Arm & Hammer toothpaste, all buy one, get one free.
Coffee for the morning, cookies for the afternoon, and toothpaste to cover the evidence.
Celebrate America's 250th, now through Sunday, at Roadie's IGA Marketplace in Millersburg.
More savings, more groceries, more America.
A remodel or new build is more than just a project. At Kime, we believe these projects mean creating a new play space for your little ones, designing a gathering place to make and share meals, or building an outdoor oasis to relax and recharge. We're here to help you reimagine your space. Our home center in Charm is a one-stop shop for flooring, appliances, kitchens, and so much more. Our team of experts is here to help support you every step of the way. That's the beauty of working with Kime. That's your home reimagined.
The pitch swung on and missed for strike one of the fastball by Mike Miller. And at the plate going to be Carter LaGuire. It's the 5, 6, and 7 batters to the plate. Just the 6, 7, and 8 batters rather to the plate for St. Henry in this inning. Here's the pitch. Fastball just a bit high, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. LaGuire followed by Austin Zimmerman and Austin Kunk. Carter LaGuire batting from the right side of the plate wearing number 3. He is the senior DH. No score, top of the second from Akron.
If you're Mike, you want to keep pounding that strike zone. Keep getting ahead.
The pitch. Fastball, a little chin music as he backs him off the plate for ball number 2. 2-1 count now to LaGuire. LaGuire on the season batting .350, 1 home run, 10 runs batted in. The pitch. So going to be fouled straight back on the swing. Evens it up 2 balls, 2 strikes.
He seems to be late on that fastball. Let's see if Mike, that first inning he threw a couple fastballs, and I think they were looking for that curveball, so let's see what he decides to do here. Do you stick with it?
Miller the pitch. Curveball that time going to be just a bit inside. Didn't miss by much, but it's going to be ball 3.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to take. I'm not sure how you lay off that one.
Yeah.
Big pitch right here. You want to keep that leadoff hitter off the bases if at all possible.
Miller now with the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He blew the fastball right by him. And that's out number 1. And again, they're having trouble catching up with that fastball of Mike Miller early on.
And that's one of those things. He can throw that curveball. It's going to keep him off of that fastball. It's going to make it look even faster.
4th strikeout thrown by Miller. 1 up, 1 down to the second. No score at the plate for St. Henry. Austin Zimmerman, he bats from the right side wearing number 27 and the sophomore shortstop. Zimmerman batting .359, has 2 home runs and 26 runs batted in. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball. Strike 1. 0-1 count to him. Austin Zimmerman at the plate. Matt Croy alongside John Monigold, Division 6 state semifinal baseball from Akron. Miller stares in. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball. Strike 2. New balls, 2 strikes.
The defense is pretty much playing straight up, but seeing how late they are on these swings, you might want to shift around towards right field just a little bit.
Yeah. They have certainly been late so far. Here's the pitch. High feet, and he swings and fouls it back to the backstop.
Yeah, he would just be able to barely get a piece of that one. Would have been strikeout number 5.
Yeah. Lake Center Christian won 5-3 over Northmore, so winner will take on 4th-ranked Lake Center Christian tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock for the D6 state championship game. Here's the pitch by Miller. Going to be a high heat swung on, bouncer up the middle. Going to be in the center field, a base hit. That time he's able to stick his bat out there, and he bounced up the middle for the single, the second hit today for St. Henry.
Yeah, he just hit that one in the right spot. Nobody was able to get to it. He just kind of threw his bat out. Now you're in a situation here, you're probably going to see a bunt.
Hitting in the 7th position, the second baseman.
At the plate going to be Austin Kunk batting from the right side wearing number 21, the junior second baseman. Kunk is batting .329, has 24 runs batted in. 1 on, 1 out. As I mentioned, see if you see this bunt situation here for St. Henry. He'll show a bunt. He'll bunt it foul, though, to the backstop. Can't put it down. 0-1 count to Kunk.
And, sometimes that's easier said than done. You got a Mike out there who throws pretty hard, throwing belt-high fastballs. Can be hard to get on top of them.
Got a shout out saying "Go Hawks" cheering from Germany. That's Alan and Shelley Miller. Thanks for tuning in, Alan and Shelley. And then we got a few more shout outs I know we're going to be sharing, John.
Absolutely. Yeah, you got one Brad and Greta Beachy in Hungary. Be Logan Yoder's relatives.
That's awesome.
Shows the media can go all over the world.
All over. We love it. Miller. Now the pitch. Here's one again. High pitch. Pulls it back. Going to be a throw to first base. Bounces in the dirt, but scooped up by Grady Monigold. Sliding back safely to the bag is Austin Zimmerman. So about 1 ball, 1 strike now to Austin Kunk. Key situation early when the top of the second, no score. Runner at first base and 1 out. 1-1 count to Kunk. Shows bunt again. Going to be putting it down this time. In fair territory, picked up by Miller, throws the first in time for the out. That's the second out. Sack bunt does advance Zimmerman over to second base.
And what that does, there is 2 outs, but now, even if you just like that last base hit, throw your bat at one and get it through the infield, you're going to get a run out of it. But the way Mike's pitching, you're looking to get ahead in the count and get another strikeout here.
Here's Hudson Schmitz as he bats from the right side, wearing number 8 in the senior left fielder. And for Smits on the season as he digs his way in, batting .282 on the season, has 13 runs batted in. Runner at second and 2 down. 0-0 the score. The pitch by Miller. Fastball going to be a bit inside. It's going to be ball one. Another shout out. This from Brad Schmucker. Saying, good job, Matt and John, listening from Mackinac Island in Michigan. So, Brad, thanks for tuning in. And everybody else and all the other listeners tuning in here today. Miller, now the pitch. That's going to be high outside, going to be ball two. 2-0 count now to Schmitz.
And that's one of those things, you look at the start times, you get it in when you can, but being a 1 o'clock start, a lot of people still have to work.
Yeah, absolutely. Zimmerman leads off over at second base. Miller, a look over there. Wagler came over there. Now the pitch going to be swinging and missing a high. He chased after it for strike one. 2-1 count now to Hudson Schmitz. Miller trying to get this third out. See Henry trying to make something happen in this top of the second. Here's the pitch. Swung on the foul to the right side into the seats and out of play. And Miller bows back to even the count up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Schmitz, number 8 batter in the lineup. He'll stand in.
You probably don't want to mess around too much here. You probably want to come back with a fastball if you can.
And the pitch going to be inside apparently for ball 3. Wow, he did come for the fastball. Looked like strike 3, but apparently not.
Yeah,
wow.
It looked like Griffin thought it was strike 3. Might have been a little up.
And again, I don't know how you take that one, but apparently it's going to be a full count to Hudson Schmitz. He'll stand back in there. Miller. Now with the payoff. High. That'll be ball 4, and that'll walk him. So didn't get the call before that. That ends up being big because that's going to be a walk now. First walk issued by Miller. Runners at first and second, 2 down. At the plate, number 9 batter in the Redskins lineup. That's going to be Jack Hilsman. He bats from the right side wearing number 4, the senior center fielder. As for Hilsman, he is batting .321, has 16 runs batted in. Miller, now the pitch. That's going to be a fastball, going to be just a bit inside. It's ball 1.
You might have to make a little bit of an adjustment there. It's one thing, you got the top of the lineup waiting on deck. You don't want to let him come up with bases loaded.
You need to get this out. The pitch going to be a swing and a miss that time for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Looked like Mike might have took a little bit off of that one just to make sure he threw it for a strike.
Schmitz at first, and Zimmerman's over at second base. 2 down, the pitch. Swing and a miss, blew it by him there on the swing for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Miller gets ahead of the count after walking Schmitz. And the pitch. Swing and a miss and a high fastball, strike 3.
That's a big out right there. That keeps that top of the order on deck.
His 5th strikeout thrown today, so the final out of the inning. And for St. Henry, they get no runs in 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left. Through 1.5, we are scoreless. This is State Tournament Baseball on WKLM.
Express Power Washing is Northeast Ohio's premier washing and soft washing company. Their expert team uses state-of-the-art equipment and eco-friendly cleaning solution to rejuvenate your home's exterior, roofs, decks, driveways, and more. Home with a 2-year guarantee. If the green comes back, they come back. For more information, call 330-231-4392. That's 330-231-4392.
MEB Systems, the area's flat roof specialist. MEB Systems also offers retrofit solutions for low-slope metal roofs. MEB Systems counts it as a privilege to serve our community and beyond with the highest level of customer service and top-notch workmanship. Let them not only learn your business, but also your trust. When it comes to your roof, trust your local experts who believe if it's a job worth doing, it's worth doing right. Call MEB Systems, your flat roof specialist, at 330-852-4333 or visit them online at mbbsystems.com. MBB Systems wishes all local athletes the best success this year.
Call Berlin Heating and Cooling, your Ream Pro partner, and you know you're calling the very best. Berlin Heating and Cooling services and installs Ream and all types of furnaces and air conditioning equipment. Berlin Heating and Cooling, they're your local team you can trust. Call them today at 330-893-3057. That's 330-893-3057.
Half of the second, no score so far. in Division 6 state semifinal baseball from Akron. At the plate for the Hawks, that's going to be the top, for them, for Hiland I should say, is going to be the 4, 5, and 6 batters. Griffin Monigold will start things off. Here's the pitch. Going to be a swing and a miss and a curveball for strike one. He's followed by Jonah Yoder and Andre Yoder. Griffin Monigold bats from the right side, wearing number 25. The senior catcher is batting .391, has 1 homer, and 23 runs batted in. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's going to be a fastball, going to be just a bit high. Ball 1 to Griffin Monigold. I mentioned the senior right-hander, and Max Delsythe is the pitcher for the St. Henry team. Take a look at his numbers here momentarily. Here's the 1 and the 1-1 pitch. That's going to be a fastball, going to be just a bit inside. Ball 2, a 2-1 count. For Delsythe, a 11-2 record, a 1.67 earned run average, 75 and a third innings pitched for him on the year. Here's the pitch. Swung up, be lifting the air toward medium deep right field. Backtracking, looking for it near the line, making the running grab. That's going to be Tate Beckman now for out number 1. Put a charger to that, John, to the opposite side of the field. Nice job by Beckman, though, to get that running catch.
Yeah, there's a lot of room to run out there. You're going to have to hit the ball on the ground or hit line drives to get it down. Gave that one a ride, though. Hit it hard.
Here's Jonah Yoder batting from the right side, wearing number 26, the junior DH, batting .412, 1 home run, 14 runs batted in. Now the pitch. Fastball going to be a cold strike on the inside corner for Delsythe. Allowing 24 runs, 18 earned, 43 hits, striking out 88 batters, walking 25, and hitting 7 on the year. The pitch. A swing and a miss on the fastball, blew it by him on the swing for strike 2, 0-2 count to Yoder.
And if you're Hiland, you're just looking to get that first guy on base and see if he can pitch out of the stretch.
Delsythe stares in, rocks and fires. Now the pitch. That'll be a cold strike 3 on the inside corner. Came back with a heat, and there's now 2 down in the second inning. And at the plate going to be Andre Yoder, as now Delsythe has retired the first 5 batters he has faced in the game. Andre Yoder batting from the right side, wearing number 22, the senior third baseman, batting .425, has 11 runs batted in. And he's been red hot throughout this tournament trail.
Let's see if he can get the offense going here.
Curveball going to be in there for a strike on the inside corner, 0-1 count.
That's what I said. You know, they know this Hiland lineup's pretty potent, so they're throwing a lot of off-speed stuff early in the count. Hiland's going to have to hunt for that fastball.
Here's the pitch. Off-speed swung up in line to left field. Base hit for Andre Yoder. There's the first base runner of the game for the Hawks. Andre Yoder stays red hot here for this Hiland team in the state semifinals.
Yeah, he's been swinging it about as good as you can, really. Let's see if Mike can help himself here. He's put a couple good charges into the ball down there at the regional tournament. Let's see if he can plug a gap here.
Mike Miller bats for the left side, wearing number 13, the senior pitcher, batting .266, 15 runs batted in. 1 on, 2 down, 2 out, and no score so far. Delsythe, the pitch from the stretch. Fastball going to be a bit high for a ball, goes to 1-0. At the conclusion of today's contest, we'll be announcing the Table Rock Pizza Player of the Game, as that player receives a gift certificate for a small 1-topping pizza at Table Rock Pizza in downtown Berlin. The pitch. Fastball a bit high for ball 2, now a 2-0 count to Miller.
Now let's see how he handles pitching out of the stretch. That's a big change. He was in a groove there out of the windup, but Andre came in and turned that fastball around. Mike's looking for one pitch in one spot right here.
Yoder leads off at first. Delsythe, now the pitch. Fastball going to be in there for a strike, goes to 2-1.
And Andre's going to stay pretty close to first base. He'll make sure he gets a good secondary. He's not really a threat to steal, but like we said, this is a big outfield.
The pitch. Curveball going to be a cold strike on the outside corner, kind of late call, but it gets a 2-2 count down to Miller.
That's what Mike was asking, if that was off the plate or not, but apparently caught the outside corner.
Delsythe steers in. Now the pitch. So going to be a bouncer towards second. Charged after by Kunk. Grabs it, throws to second in time for the force out to do it for the inning. So for Hiland, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left. And through 2, we are scoreless. This is state semifinal baseball on WKLM.
This is Jeff Allison at Burgett Insurance. I have partnered with Buckeye Insurance Group to provide our customers with insurance coverage at competitive rates, backed by outstanding service. If you would like a no-obligation review of your farm, home, or auto insurance, see me, Jeff Allison at Burgett Insurance. Buckeye Insurance Group and Burgett Insurance, working together to protect you.
Looking for a partner who will bring your vision to life? Tecton Engineering in Berlin is your go-to for civil, residential, and commercial engineering, customizing their approach to suit your unique needs. And for creative design that sets your project apart, trust brick and banister design. Whether it's residential or commercial, they specialize in innovative design and construction drawings to keep your project on track, on budget, and exactly as you envision. Visit tecton-eng.com and brickandbanisterdesign.com today. Call 893-0230. Proud supporters of the Hiland Hawks and West Holmes Knights.
Since 1975, Kaufman Realty and Auctions has been an industry pioneer in real estate at auction. This is Anthony Kaufman. Some companies come and go, and some experience ownership changes, but Dave Kaufman has owned and overseen every aspect of his company. During that time, Kaufman Realty and Auctions has grown and expanded to meet increasing customer needs while always staying on the cutting edge of technology and giving back to the community. Rooted in tradition, growing through innovation, we are Kaufman Realty and Auctions in Millersburg, Sugar Creek, New Philadelphia, Cambridge, and at kaufmanrealty.com.
Redskins will be Tate Beckman, followed by Drew Langenkamp and Owen Zimmerman as well. Mention the dimensions here at 717 Credit Union Park. Here are the Akron home of the Akron Rubber Ducks, and it is 400 in dead center. It's 376 in left center, 375 in right center, 331 down the left field line, and 337 down the right field line as well. Tate Beckman at the plate to lead things off in inning number 3. He struck out looking in his first at bat. So now second time through the order facing Mike Miller.
Yeah, let's see if both teams here, you're getting close to that second time through, see if they make any adjustments. And, you know, as a pitcher and a catcher, you want to mix up what you threw the first time, see if you can keep them off balance.
Miller now with the pitch. Swung on, be a line toward right field. That'll be a base hit for Tate Beckman. So he'll get a single here to start off inning number 3. First time today that St. Henry's gotten the leadoff batter aboard. One on, nobody out. Here's Drew Langenkamp, who struck out looking back in the first. McCroy alongside John Monigold, Division 6 state semifinal baseball for Akron. Another shout out goes to Jeff Naylor. Southern Ohio always checks in around tournament time for tournament basketball and tournament baseball time as well. He would have talked to him today. And here's the pitch. Going to be a called strike on the inside corner and a curveball by Miller, 0-1 count. Jeff mentioned his dad's birthday, 97 years old. And has a mom, 93, so they're obviously living right.
Absolutely. What a good life.
I'd say.
It's kind of interesting. He's hitting 481 with 6 home runs, and you still saw him square up on that first pitch. Let's see if they keep it on.
The pitch shows bunt. He'll bunt it fair. Back near the mound, gloved. Thrown to first base by Miller. Maybe thought about it for a second to throw to second base, but got the shore out instead. It does advance Beckman to the second on the sac fight and the sac bunt.
And that's what you can see. St. Henry, you know, they're probably figuring runs are going to be at a premium in this one.
Yep.
Getting him to second base with less than 2 outs is huge. Hiland's going to have to go to work here defensively.
Here's Owen Zimmerman, who singled back in the first inning. Runner second, 1 out. Miller, now the pitch. Curveball. That's going to be a nice one on the inside corner for a strike.
And you saw Mike early in the game. He went to that fastball quite a bit. Now he's starting to mix in that curve a little bit more.
Beckman leads off over at second. Now the pitch. The curveball swung on, chopper down the third base side. It bounces foul, though. Goes to 0-2.
Back-to-back curveballs there by Mike. And that's what you kind of expect to see going at their number 3 hitter. Now let's see if they go off the plate or upstairs, see if they can get him to swing and miss at something, get himself out.
Zimmerman back into the batter's box. 1 on, 1 out. And Miller the pitch. Fastball going to be a called strike 3 on the outside corner. There's now 2 away. Big strikeout there, the 6th of the game by Miller.
Yeah, kind of had him looking off speed. I don't know. Mike hit a great spot right there. just too close of a pitch to take.
Jake Sweeterman at the plate. He struck out swinging in that first inning. Stay tuned later on tonight for High School Scoreboard on WKLM, and it's brought to you by Pomerene Hospital. Here's the pitch. Going to be curveball down low inside, ball one. Yeah, a lot of these strikeouts have been via the fastball today, at least so far. Miller the pitch. Fastball then going to be pumped in a bit inside apparently for ball two, 2-0 count.
Yeah, you saw the hitter react like that pitch was inside and couldn't have been off the plate too much.
Beckman has the good speed. He leads off at second. Now the pitch. So it'll be a line toward left field. That'll be a base hit. Beckman around third base. He will score. That finds the gap. Over to second base going to be Sweeterman. He'll be there with the RBI double. A 2-out RBI double gives St. Henry a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, Mike fell behind there, and they went with a 2-0 fastball, and he jumped all over it. Didn't spot him anything.
Sweeterman coming through with his 45th RBI of the year. He's been their top RBI guy, and also his 11th double of the season. So 1-0 St. Henry in this third inning.
Looks like we're going to have a pinch runner here in the third inning.
Indeed, we'll get Sweeterman off of there. He's the first baseman. And the guy going out there going to be running for him going to be Harrison Sweeterman. He's a sophomore. So he'll be the pinch runner. Two down. Here's Carter LaGuire, who struck out in the second. As Miller trying to minimize the damage here. 1-0 St. Henry.
And that's where that sacrifice bunt comes into play.
Got him into scoring position. Here's the pitch. So going to be a chopper. Back to the mound. Gloved by Miller. He'll fire at the first base. Going to be a high throw, and he's going to be safe. Tried to barehound it, made that throw, but a bit high. And force Monigold to leap up to grab it. He did so, but running it through the first base bag was LaGuire. He'll be safe, and at third base now on the play is Jake Sweeterman.
Yeah, Mike could have set his feet a little bit longer than what he had time there. That's usually if you throw high, that's what happens. Your feet aren't lined up correctly.
Should say Harrison Sweeterman over at third, but irregardless, runners at the corners. Here's Austin Zimmerman, who singled in that second inning.
And this was on the scouting report. You know, they're going to hit the ball. You just got to limit the damage.
And the pitch. Fastball going to be a called strike on the inside corner, 0-1 count.
Basically what that does, it makes Mike have to work a little bit harder to get out of this inning.
Up to 49 pitches so far for the game. Leading off at third, Harrison Sweeterman. Looking first, down the pitch. Curveball in the dirt, skips away from Griffin Monigold and coming in and scoring on the wild pitch. That is going to be Harrison Sweeterman, and now a 2-0 St. Henry lead. Got the swing and miss on the curveball, but it bounced away.
Griffin wasn't able to keep that ball in front of him. He got his body on it, but it still kicked off to the right.
LaGuire, of course, gets to second base on that play. So 2 runs have scored for the Redskins in this third inning. Miller collects himself. He'll step back on. Logan Gunter shading the bag over at second base. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, fastball blew it by, and that'll be strike 3. That'll do it here for the inning. A 7th today by Miller, but 2 runs have scored for St. Henry, and now through 2.5. St. Henry 2 and Hiland nothing. This is state tournament baseball on WKLM.
Whether you're exploring faith for the first time or looking for a place to call home, Northside Church invites you to be a part of their growing community. Join them for services Sundays at 9 and 10:30 a.m., where you'll find inspiring messages and a welcoming atmosphere for all ages. And for 6th to 12th graders, Northside Student Ministry meets Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. during the school year. Visit them at 1207 Worcester Road, just north of Joel Pomerene Hospital in Millersburg. They can't wait to meet you at Northside Church.
The future of your heavy equipment or truck driving career begins at Buckeye Career Center. Our adult education heavy equipment CDLA students learn to operate several pieces of equipment while also earning a Class A operator's license. And remember, we offer CDL A and B training at the American Professional Truck Driving School by Buckeye Career Center. Learn more about any of our adult education offerings, financial aid opportunities, and more by visiting us online at buckeyecareercenter.org.
At Beachy's, we're about keeping you safe and on the road. We believe in building lasting relationships through a trustworthy service. Our team cares about delivering quality every time. We offer auto, diesel, heavy-duty, and tire services. Our Winesburg location is open 7 a.m. to midnight, located at 2653 US 62. Call Winesburg at 330-359-5421. Our Berlin location is open 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., located at 5979 County Road 201. Call Berlin at 330-674-6970. Explore our full range of services and easily schedule your next appointment at beachies.com.
Themselves down 2-0 after the 2 spot by St. Henry in the top of the third. Bryce Haynes showing me that updated score right there. We got Andrew Dunlap outside fixing our banner. Doing everything here is this Claxon communication crew. Here's the wine and the pitch. That's going to be a fastball, going to be a bit low. It's ball 1. At the plate for Hiland, the 8-9-1 batters, Logan Yoder, followed by Isaiah Wagler, and then the top of the order. 2-0 St. Henry, bottom half of the third. The wine, the pitch by Del Scythe. The pitch, that's going to be a fastball, going to be pumped in there for a strike on the inside corner. Logan Yoder batting from the right side, wearing number 16, the senior second baseman. Batting 162, has 1 home run in 5 runs batted in. But, boy, he was huge on that pitch. Going to be swung on and missed for strike 2 on the curveball. And back in the regional finals, had that 3-run bomb, did Logan Yoder, hoping that can propel him into this a big state tournament as well.
Yeah, he's been swinging the bat better and found a barrel down there.
The pitch. That'd be a fastball, going to be just off the mark. Ball 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes. No runs, 1 hit. They've left 1 runner on base so far, has the Hiland offense. Del Scythe has struck out a batter, walking nobody. Here is the pitch. Curveball going to be a cold strike 3 on the inside corner, as you mentioned. He's got the curveball working for him today.
Yeah, and I got a feeling you're going to keep seeing a steady diet of curveballs until Hiland shows something that they can do something with it.
His second strikeout thrown in Del Scythe. He's now thrown 26 pitches for the contest. At the plate, Isaiah Wagler batting from the right side, wearing number 24. The senior shortstop is batting .303, has 2 homers, 15 runs batted in. The pitch. And it's going to be fastball outside, ball 1.
Yeah, Hiland's just looking to get some guys on base and create some pressure for St. Henry. Really, Andre had that base hit, but that's been it the first 2 innings.
Here's the pitch. Curveball going to bunt back to the mound. He'll be gloved through the first base, going to be in time for the out. So nice stop, but just a little too straight on that bunt opportunity. And Del Scythe made the play.
Yeah, pretty much bunted a 2-hopper right back to the pitcher, gave him an out. You got to kind of make sure you get that one down to first baseline or third baseline.
So 2 down, nobody aboard. Now to the top of the order. It'll be Christian Mulla, who grounded out to first in his first at bat.
See what they're able to do second time through the lineup here.
Del Scythe, the wine and the pitch. Fastball going to be a cold strike on the outside corner. This has been one of the strengths of Hiland all season long and throughout this tournament trail is figuring things out, making adjustments during the course of the game. We've seen how that late offense has come up big for Hiland throughout this year. That pitch going to be swung on to be a bouncer back to the backstop.
Yeah, they're going to need to be able to do that again today, talk to each other and figure out what they're seeing. And this kid out on the mound, he's kind of pitching backwards a little bit, throwing you curveballs and fastball counts and the other way around.
Here's the 0-2 offering. Curveball going to be inches high. It's going to be ball 1 to Christian Mullen. It's time to be thinking about this concrete projects as Holmes Ready Mix of Millersburg offers Ready Mix Concrete Projects. Give them a call, 674-0865 for Ready Mix Concrete or sand and gravel. It'll be 674-8121. Holmes Ready Mix. Now the pitch. Swung on, be fouled up in the air, going to be
right
into
back
the
at us.
No doubt. And remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. We'll see if he can square something up.
That's one of the things a couple games ago we saw. They were getting runners, but it was with 2 outs, and it's hard to manufacture runs that way.
And the pitch. Swung on, be popped up and down the left field line, medium deep, looking for and making the catch. That's going to be Hudson Smits, and that's going to be out number 3. 1, 2, 3 it goes for the Hawks, and through 3 at St. Henry 2, Hiland nothing. This is state tournament baseball on WKLM.
Having trouble with your farm equipment? Don't spend all your hard-earned money on buying new. Bring your equipment to Fisher Farm Service, located at 5327 Weller Road Northwest in New Philadelphia, and have their qualified technicians take a look at it. The technicians at Fisher Farm Service can fix your equipment and have it working as good as new. Their technicians specialize in tractors, combines, skid loaders, and balers. So the next time your farm equipment is not working to your standard, take it to Fisher Farm Service and get your equipment back to peak performance. Call Fisher Farm Service at 330-364-4449.
Give your home the protection it deserves with Cedar Max Super Polymer Insulated Siding from MRV Siding Supply. Cedar Max by Provia delivers outstanding performance inside and out, all in a variety of beautiful colors. Backed by a lifetime limited warranty, Cedar Max keeps your home looking great for years to come. Stop by MRV Siding Supply on County Road 624 in Millersburg or mrvsiding.com.
Get your siding supplies from the siding guys. MRV Siding Supply.
Now through July 6th, everyone qualifies for Ford employee pricing at Village Motors in Millersburg. This is Deke Miller, and during Ford's American Value for American Values event, you pay the same price Ford employees receive on most 2026 Ford vehicles. That means big savings on popular models like the F-150, Ford Explorer, Bronco, Maverick, Bronco Sport, and Super Duty. No employee badge, no special credentials, no haggling. Just straightforward savings for everyone. Don't wait. Ford employee pricing ends July 6th at Village Motors in Millersburg. Village Motors, where value drives home.
2-0 St. Henry. Here's the pitch by Miller. A fastball going to be a bit high. Ball 1. At the plate for the Redskins going to be the 7, 8, 9 batters. Austin Kunk followed by Hudson Schmitz and Jack Hilsman as well. And we mentioned we're also covering the Waynedale Valley contest in their state semifinal game. That pass ball going to be a called strike on the inside corner. That's on WKLM-FM.com and stream too, and also on the YouTube audio link on the WKLM YouTube page. Right now, Waynedale has a 3-2 advantage. It was tied at 2. They've taken a 3-2 lead over Valley in that game. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss, blew it by him on the fastball, strike 2. Kunk had a sacrifice bunt in his first at bat. St. Henry has 2 runs. They got the last inning on 2 hits. They got 4 hits in all. Again, 2 of those hits in the 2-run third. They've left 4 runners on base through 3 innings. The pitch. High heat, checked the swing. They're checked with the base umpire saying, yes, he did. Wow. Bruce coming through for the Hawks right there on that call. The 8th strikeout thrown today by Mike Miller. So 1 up and 1 down. Here's Hudson Smits, who walked back in the 2nd inning. Mike Miller, he's struck out now 8, as I mentioned. He's walked just a batter. He's thrown now 55 pitches for the game. We'd like to get a quick inning right here after that 2-run third inning. Here's the pitch.
Yeah, you want to keep this at a 2-0 ball game as long as you can until that offense can get going. We've seen it the last couple of times in the playoffs of the tournament. Takes that offense a couple innings to get going.
That pitch in there for a strike. It's an 0-1 count. And the pitch. Check swing going to be in there for a called strike, though, at the knees. 0-2 count now to Schmitz.
When we talk about baseball being a game of momentum, you want to put another 0 here until your team can get something on the board.
Miller dialed in. Here's the pitch. Swung going to be fouled on the bouncer to the first base side. Stays at 2 strikes. And the Killbuck Savings Bank proudly supporting the local youth, and they hope they all knock it out of the park. That is the Killbuck Savings Bank. 1 down, nobody aboard. We're in the top of the 4th, 2-0 St. Henry. Winner takes on Lake Center Christian, who won 5-3 over Northmore in tomorrow's D6 state championship game. It'll be at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Miller comes to a set. And the pitch. Swing and a miss on the high heat there. Strike 3, and just like that, back-to-back Ks to begin the 4th inning. That's the 9th strikeout thrown today now by Miller. And Jack Hilsman stands in. He struck out back in the 2nd. Really, the exception of those 2 runs that last inning, Miller's been pretty dominant so far today.
Yeah, he has. He kind of had that base hit that just found a hole up the middle. They sacrificed the guy over, and then they hit that double.
That pitch going to be a swing and a miss for a strike.
And then we kind of, Mike overthrew Grady, pulled him off the base there, and then you had that wild pitch, and that's, St. Henry took advantage of it. You got to give him credit.
Miller now the pitch. That's a fastball outside for a ball, 1-1 count. At the conclusion of today's contest, we'll be announcing the Table Rock Pizza Player of the Game, located in downtown Berlin. Miller, now the pitch. That'll be just a bit high, going to be ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. That player will receive a gift certificate for a small one-topping pizza at Table Rock Pizza. 2 down, nobody aboard. Hillsman, the number 9 batter in the Redskins lineup, he's at the plate. 2-0 St. Henry in the top of the 4th. Miller now the pitch. Going to be a bit inside, going to be ball 3. 3-1 count now to Hillsman.
And again, you got the top of the lineup over there on deck. You want to leave him in there, in that dugout if possible.
Try and challenge him here. Miller now the pitch. Going to be a called strike on the inside corner there. Good pitch, goes to a full count to Hillsman. Miller not afraid to go in on the inside corner of these guys. Wind is whipping up on the field. Here's the 3-2 offering, going to be a swing and a miss and a curveball, strike 3.
Been pretty impressive except for that one inning. Let's see if the offense can help him out here.
Strikes out the side, and the 10th strikeout thrown today by Mike Miller. Through 3.5, a 2-0 St. Henry lead. This is State Tournament Baseball on WKLM.
Dreaming of a perfect affordable home? Discover family-owned Hartford Homes. Hartford Homes, with over 50 years combined experience in the construction industry, offers turnkey homes including all land improvements, resulting in a stress-free custom home built for you. Our commitment to quality, community, and sustainability sets us apart. Visit HartfordHomesOhio.com today to schedule your visit. Tour inside 2 different model homes or browse our 22 online models. Discover Hartford Homes in Jeromesville and start your journey to a dream home.
Make sure your Medicare Open Enrollment Plan allows you to receive the pharmacy service you deserve. This is Joel Gauss from Premier Pharmacy, and did you know that Medicare prescription plans are constantly changing from one year to the next? More and more plans are increasing copays or trying to force you into using their plan-owned mail-order pharmacies. Let us help you prepare for the upcoming year by scheduling a consultation with one of our expert team members, or tell your current insurance expert to make sure your plan allows you to get your prescriptions at one of our local Premier Pharmacy locations in Berlin, Millersburg, and now also in downtown Sugar Creek. Thank you for allowing us to be your local, hometown, independent pharmacy.
When you're thinking of an old-fashioned smokehouse flavor, think Sugar Valley Meats. They cure their own ham and bacon, and the old-fashioned smokehouse uses hickory, apple, and sassafras. Processing, curing, and custom butchering are available, cut to your specifications. Stop in and see all the products that they offer. That's Sugar Valley Meats on Dutch Valley Drive in Sugar Creek. Turn left at the light, and Sugar Valley Meats is 1/4 mile on the right. Call today, 330-852-4423.
All ready for the bottom of the 4th inning. 2-0 St. Henry, a fastball high, ball 1. It's the 2, 3, and 4 batters to the plate for Hiland. Garrett Monigold at the plate, followed by Grady Monigold and Griffin Monigold. See if the Monigolds can get things going offensively for the Hawks in inning number 4. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a called strike on the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Garrett Monigold, he popped out to first base in his first at-bat back in the first. Stay tuned later on tonight for High School Scoreboard, brought to you by Pomerene Hospital. The pitch. Going to be a bit inside, backs him off the plate, ball 2. 2-1 count, Hiland, no runs, 1 hit, they left the runner on base. Max Delsythe has struck out 2, walking nobody, and he's thrown 36 pitches. So biggest thing is, if you're Hiland, you want to start him to force him to start throw some extra pitches here and make him work out there. The pitch, swung on and foul to the backstop, goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, you're looking to get that leadoff guy on base. Andre had that base hit, but it was with 2 outs, and like we said, it's really hard to score with 2 outs. Garrett's looking to get on any way he can.
Hobron's Insurance, located at 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. For a quote on your auto, home, farm, business, life, health, and annuity needs, give Hobron's Insurance a call. 800-340-3767. The pitch. Going to be a curveball in the dirt. Lays off, a good take, goes to 3-2 count. Monigold trying to get on base some way, somehow to start things for this Hiland offense in the bottom of the fourth. 2-0 St. Henry.
Yep, trying to get a guy on base with less than 2 outs. Get that leadoff guy on. More than not, he's going to score.
The payoff by Delsythe. It's going to be a high flying ball. Hit deep to center field, going back is Hillsman. It's going to be over his head and in there for a base hit. He falls down. The second base is Monigold. Might have a chance for 3. He's racing for third base. He's going to get there. A leadoff triple by Garrett Monigold.
And maybe that's the spark Hiland was looking for. He put a charge into that ball.
Well, he pumped his fist. He's fired up, and he should be. A big-time hit to deep center field, Garrett Monigold. Infield playing a little bit in there. Of course, the big outfield here at this park.
Well, for Garrett's size, he can hit it.
Yes, he can.
And that might have got him right there because he ran a long way, wasn't able to come up with it, hit it straight over his head, and that's the toughest catch to make.
He's been a triple machine here at the tournament, the Trail. Of course, had a couple triples at the regionals. Now his 4th triple of the season, and it comes here at the state semifinals. Here's Grady Monigold, the pitch. Swung on, be flown high and deep to right center field, going back, looking for and making the catch. That's Hillsman, but tagging and scoring will be Garrett Monigold. So it'll be a sacrifice fly and RBI for Grady Monigold. His 50th of the year. Hiland is on the board now, down 2-1.
Yeah, I know Grady just got under that one a little bit. Or that one could have been banging off the wall. But did the job, got the RBI out of it.
So Hiland on the board, down 2-1. A triple and a sac fly. Here's Griffin Monigold, who flew out the right in the second inning. Delsythe. Here's the line of the pitch. Going to be a curveball outside, going to be ball 1.
That's one of those things. If Hiland can recognize that curveball and stay off of it and not swing at it, that's going to change all these at-bats.
Starting to see that here in the 4th. Here's the pitch. Again, outside, another curveball, but it's off the plate, ball 2.
And I'm sure Grady would have liked to have been able to plug a double there, but you had to get that, at least that 1 run in.
Here's the 1 and the 2-0 offering. It's going to be a bouncer toward short. Rolls to the left field. Base hit for Griffin Monigold. So the Monigolds indeed have come through here in a big way in this 4th. He's on board with 1 away.
You know, we might be seeing I don't know if we're going to see a pinch runner here. If you want to save it for later in the game, let's see what Jonah is able to do.
Jonah Gutter, he struck out looking in his first at-bat. Again, a run has scored in the inning after the leadoff triple by Garrett Monigold, the sac fly by Grady. Now a single by Griffin Monigold with 1 out. Hiland down 2-1 in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch. That'll be a called strike on the outside corner. 0-1 count now to Jonah.
And Jonah had a really good game. That was when he first got inserted into the lineup up here, Canal Park, earlier this year against Alliance. Let's see if he can come through again.
Here's the 0-1. Curveball rolls to the backstop as it hit the dirt, and that'll be a wild pitch. Griffin Monigold goes over to second base.
And now you got that runner in scoring position. Let's see if they're going to use that pinch runner here.
Yep. Looks like they are, if I'm seeing it right, going out there. Going to be Hunter Miller, a sophomore, will be the pinch runner.
I kind of like that move. You had him at first base there. Now that he's in scoring position, you're down 2-1. If you can get this thing tied up, you feel a lot better about yourself. Let's see if Jonah can have a big at-bat. Stay relaxed here. We've seen him miss with that curveball down a couple times. Let's see if Jonah can hunt for that fastball and plug a gap.
Plenty of game left here, John, but we kind of had the talk off the air. We kind of felt like this might be a key inning just to make something happen offensively, and we're seeing that.
Yeah, you wanted to get on the scoreboard here.
The pitch. Hits the dirt again, knocked down, runner taking off, through to third base, going to be not in time, and that pinch runner pays off right there on that play.
Yeah, right off the bat. Hunter got a great read, and, their catcher, his pop time's 1.8, 1.9, but Hunter got such a good jump. Now a ground ball or a fly ball is going to score him, and this is exactly what you need to do. If you're Jonah, you're looking to put a ball in play. The corners are in. They're going to cut that run off if they can.
Give credit to Hunter Miller also. Been on the bench throughout the game. Easy, maybe did not have that focus he needed to have, but he had it. He was ready to go from the get-go as that ball hit the dirt. Here's the pitch. Swung on to be fouled straight back to the seats. Evens the count up, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jonah Yoder.
And now you're in a situation where a wild pitch or a pass ball, Hunter's going to be able to score, so that if you're St. Henry here, you got to be a little bit careful throwing that curveball. That's what got him over there to third base and got Griffin to second.
And the pitch. Swung on to be lifted up foul to the right side, and it'll be into the seats again. Evens it up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jonah, one swing of the bat could tie this ball game up. Or one pitch to the backstop, as you mentioned. Could do the same.
And that's what, kind of limits you a little bit. You got to really trust your catcher here if you go with that curveball.
The pitch. Curveball going to be a bit low. In ball 3, great take. Full count to Jonah Yoder.
Yeah, did a good job laying off that pitch, and now you would imagine he's going to come back with a fastball because he didn't want to bounce that curveball.
Del Scythe from the stretch. Here's the payoff. Swung on, lifted in the air to deep left field. Going back, going to be over the head of Hudson Schmitz. Scoring from third base. That's going to be Hunter Miller. To second is Jonah Yoder.
What an at-bat.
Coming, leaped up to try and get that ball. Hit off the end of his mitt. Couldn't pull it down, and we're tied up at 2 apiece.
And that's what we talked about. Second time through this lineup, Hiland talks to each other. They get a read on how the pitcher's trying to attack him, and Jonah did a great job there. That 2-2 curveball wasn't that bad of a pitch, but he took it and then got a fastball and turned it around.
Big Eddie, the Hawks have answer. We're tied up at 2 apiece. And we talked about how this team does a great job making adjustments as the game goes on, and we've seen that in the 4th inning.
Yeah, and we talk about it takes a team. It's going to take the whole lineup to pull this thing out, but they made some really good adjustments. You look at that at bat by Garrett. He got it to a full count, got a fastball, and he turned it around, and that kind of got this inning started.
Having a meeting here at the mound here for St. Henry. And now that all of a sudden for Del Scythe, it's been pretty smooth up to this point. Had the pitch count down low, didn't have to deal with that. But now they kind of rattled a little bit. Now how do you respond if you're St. Henry in this situation?
Well, if you're Hiland, you want another base hit. That's how you respond.
Yeah.
But if you're St. Henry's here, Hiland's done a good job. They made that adjustment. They were seeing a ton of curveballs. Let's see if they can continue to lay off of that pitch. And if you force him to throw his fastball, it's very hittable.
St. Henry now on their heels a little bit after that RBI double by Jonah Yoder. Tied at 2. Play resumes. Andre Yoder's at the plate. He singled, of course, in his first at bat. Here's the pitch. Curveball, swing and a miss, strike 1.
And that's something we really haven't seen a whole lot out of Andre, is swinging at a first pitch breaking ball, but maybe a little excited there. Thought he might try to come out and jump on one, but he's going to have to go back to having that solid approach he's had the whole tournament.
And the pitch. And that's going to be a cold strike again on the inside corner. Goes to 0-2 to Andre Yoder.
But if you're Hiland here, you got to kind of look at it as, hey, we got it tied up. It's a new ball game. If we can get Jonah in from second, that's going to be even a bigger bonus here.
Del Scythe. Couple looks a second. Now the pitch. Swung on, lifted foul straight back and into the seats. Count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And you can't say it enough. He's got to be a little bit tentative to throw that curveball in the dirt. And if you're Andre, you're just trying to spread out, shorten up, go right to the baseball. Keep the same approach you've had.
Couple checks now, the pitch. Swung on, be fouled again. Fights off another tough pitch by Del Scythe and stays at 0-2. Matt Croy alongside John Monigold for Division 6 state semifinal baseball, and as expected, it's been a good one so far this afternoon, tied at 2 in the bottom of the 4th.
That's kind of what you come to expect here. You get to the state tournament.
The pitch. So I'm going to lift a foul and a little squibbler back to the backstop. Facts off another tough pitch by Del Scythe. Stays 0-2.
Yeah, and he was cruising until this inning. Like we talked about, what we have, 1 base runner.
Yeah.
But you look up at the hit department now, everything's all tied up.
Here's the pitch. High. That's going to be ball 1. Finally forced him to throw a ball, and now a 1-2 count. That's where hitting can sometimes be contagious as guys kind of get that confidence going. One guy gets a hit, and the other guy steps in. He's ready to go. We've seen that so far in the 4th.
Somebody's just got to get it started.
The pitch. Curveball. Swing and a miss, and the pitch to the dirt. No, got a piece of it. Got a piece of it. So he will stay alive.
And you got to like what Andre's doing here. He's just whatever I can do to put the bat on it. If you're St. Henry here, you might just throw a pitch that he can't reach. But, right. Andre's so long, he's got those long arms.
He can reach balls some guys can't get to. Jonah Yoder leads off over at second base.
Anything hit the left field or right field, he's going to score.
Throw to second base, trying to pick him off, but he'll dive back to the bag safely. as Kunk was covering the bag from second.
And Jonah, a ground ball to the left side, anything in front of you, you want to make sure you see the ball through.
Here's the pitch. Swung on the foul to the right side. It's out of play. Another foul ball. And at some point, as a pitcher, you start getting frustrated here as Andre continues to foul off good pitches thrown by Delsythe.
Yeah, it's going to wear you out. Eventually, you tend to make a mistake when you've thrown this many pitches.
All of a sudden, he's up to 57 pitches thrown. Here's the pitch. Swung on a foul again to the backstop.
And like I said, I'm really kind of surprised they haven't thrown something like a foot outside off the plate and see if he chases it.
Just that high fastball's been in this at-bat so far.
And, that goes having that runner at second base. You don't want to throw that ball in the dirt.
Big part of it. Still 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swung on foul again to the backstop. That time he did try to go high fastball, but he still got a piece of it on the swing.
Yeah, and it's because the reason that Andre's swing is so short right now. He's just taking it and going right to the ball. Let's see who's eventually going to win this battle.
10 pitches so far in this at-bat. The pitch. Curveball in the dirt. He'll be trying to find it. Initially, he couldn't find it. Initially, it was Drew Langenkamp, the catcher, but he finally did. But it will be ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, good block by the catcher there, but he kept it in front of him enough, and Jonah wasn't able to advance to third base, so you got to give him credit there. Yeah, he couldn't find it, but he kept it right where he needed to.
It didn't go anywhere, as you mentioned. Delsythe, here's the pitch. Curveball swung, hammer, deep left field. Going back is Schmitz. It's going to be over his head, bounces to the warning track.
Come on, Jonah.
Scoring is Jonah Yoder. Hiland's going to take their first lead in an RBI double by Andre Yoder. What an at-bat, John. Andre Yoder, the Hawks, have taken a 3-2 lead.
Yeah, you can't say much. What would he say? Eventually he's going to make a mistake. He's going to get something you can get the barrel on. And Andre turned it around. And he stays hot. What an at-bat.
What an at-bat. Unbelievable. Back-to-back doubles now. Jonah Yoder and Andre Yoder. Hiland, 3 runs in the fourth. And what a big fourth inning for the Hawks. They take it a 3-2 lead. At the plate now, Mike Miller.
It didn't matter. He kept, he let go of that curveball. He saw it down. He was able to pick it up. And then eventually, one of those fastballs, he was going to smack it.
The pitch going to be a bit low, ball 1. And again, kind of goes back to what you were talking about. Some of those curveballs that were hitting the dirt that maybe subconsciously you're maybe not trying to snap it down quite as much, and it breaks over the plate and have a chance to turn on that ball like he did.
Yeah, and I tell you what, the right fielder is pretty shallow here. Mike can turn on one. He can run fast.
Here's the pitch. Swung on to be fouled to the backstop. Goes to 1 ball, 1 strike. Miller hit into a 4-6 fielder's choice in his first at-bat. All of a sudden, though, Hiland seems to have kind of locked in a little bit at the plate.
Well, they got dialed into how St. Henry was going to go about pitching them. And I think that's made a big difference.
Delsythe now the pitch. So I'm a chop foul down the first base side. Goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Waynedale now a 2-run lead. They lead at 4-2 in their game over Valley in the top of the 4th inning. Matt Croy, John Monigold here for the call.
And you look at some of those at-bats, you got some deep counts. And Hiland's.
The pitch going to be just a bit high. Going to be ball 2.
Looked like that was a little too close for my liking. Mike knew what he was doing.
I guess he was right, Mike Miller. He'll stand back in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Andre's at second. Here's the pitch. Swung on and turned on it towards right field.
That ball is smoked.
Beckman, going to be over his head, going to be off the wall.
This is going to be at least a triple.
Scoring is Andre Yoder. To third base, Mike Miller. He'll slide in on the throw. Actually, he'll stay up there, but he'll get the RBI triple. Mike Miller, how about that? Back-to-back doubles, now a triple. The Hawks have taken a 4-2 lead.
Yeah, you got to talk about it. He's leaving that fastball middle. And I said, that right fielder's playing shallow. It didn't matter if he was playing shallow or not. Mike rocketed that ball at 1 hop the wall. And now if you're St. Henry, you're reeling a little bit. And if you're Hiland, man, that run at third looks huge. What a swing by Mike Miller. Andre, you just got great at-bats. That's what you got this inning.
Great at-bats, absolutely. Mike Gass coming out to the mound. That's going to do it as they'll knock Max Delsythe off the mound. So new pitcher now for St. Henry. 4-2 Hiland back after this on WKLM.
Denko Marketing and Tricor Industrial, two reputable entities, are the proud sponsors of this broadcast. Denko takes pride in distributing garage door parts and producing specialty tools, serving customers at home and abroad. Need superior tools for your project? Head to Tricor Industrial on Bowman Street in Worcester, boasting an impressive lineup of Milwaukee power tools, Wright tools, grade 5, grade 8, and stainless steel fasteners. While visiting, don't overlook their steel blue work boots and wide selection of drill bits, taps, and dies. Denko and Tricor, proud partners of making an impact in your community.
This is Mose Beachy. I'm an independent Beamer partner. In 2004, I was paralyzed due to an industrial accident and lived in great discomfort with left calf, cold feet, and no feeling in toes. I was introduced to Beamer in 2016 as a FDA-cleared Class 2 medical device that enhances oxygen delivery and removal of carbon dioxide, local blood flow and circulation, muscle performance, strength, conditioning, and recovery. For service, sales, and rental, call Mose at 330-231-8010 or log on to alife.beamergroup.com. That is alife.beamergroup.com.
Some call it overplanning. At Millersburg Electric, we call it foresight. Be prepared for the next power outage with a Generac home standby generator. After sensing a power outage, a Generac generator automatically restores your home's power, whether you're home or away. Generac, it's not just a generator, it's a power move. Team up with Millersburg Electric and Generac today to schedule your free in-home consultation and a turnkey generator install. Call or visit millersburgelectric.com and be ready for the next power outage.
Senior in Hudson Smith, he's getting his warm-up tosses in. The right-hander will replace Max Delscythe. Hiland 4-2 lead. Well, if you stepped away for a few minutes, shame on you because a lot has happened here in this fourth inning.
Yeah, you talked about it. The second time through the lineup, and Hiland made their adjustments again. We've seen it the whole tournament. You don't want to let them see a pitcher twice, apparently.
Yeah, we talked about not just getting hits here, but extra base hits. When you think about 2 triples, 2 doubles in the same inning, that's going to knock in some runs.
Yeah, you got pop like that, and I don't know if St. Henry was quite prepared for that. Yeah, you look at the lineup, Grady's got a bunch of home runs, but other than that, you got 2 home runs. But if you would kind of go over to those extra base hits, there's a bunch of them in there. They're not home runs, but when you can hit for extra bases more often than not, that guy's going to score.
That was the 4th triple of the season for Mike Miller in that last at bat. Of course, Andre got the double before that, and Andre Yoder coming through his just his first double of the season. At the plate now is going to be Logan Yoder facing Hudson Smiths for the first time. Yoder struck out looking at his first at bat. Runner at third base, of course, 4-2 Hiland. The pitch. There's a butt down the first base side, but it bounces foul. What a thought there. That would have scored a run, but it did bounce foul down the first base side.
Yeah, and if you're Logan there, you want to make sure you keep that ball on the ground, because if Mike's coming, you can't bunt it up in the air. You don't want to get doubled off, and then, like you said, all the momentum switches right back to St. Henry. They got out of it. You want to get this guy in, and the first baseman's charging so hard. If I'm Logan, I'd bunt it pretty hard and see if he overruns the ball.
As you mentioned, Mike Miller at third gets that lead. Here's the 0-1. And that time a fastball a bit high. Did he call a strike?
Yep, he raised his right hand. You can kind of see his chest heave when he calls that strike.
Has that delayed call, 0-2 count.
I thought that one was high, but now if you're Logan here, you're looking to put bat on ball.
1 down in the inning.
Infield is pulled in. They're going to try to prevent this run from scoring.
Here's the pitch. Going to be in the dirt. Nice stop that time by the catcher, Drew Langenkamp.
Yeah, he's a pretty good backstop. He had that woman get by him, but other than that, he's done a great job keeping that ball right in front.
Excellent block, 1-2 the count to Logan Yoder. 4-2 Hawks, bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch.
Hit him.
And it did. So broke inside on him and hit batsman. That'll send Logan Yoder over to first base.
And then, we saw Isaiah. He tried to lay down a bunt. If he wants to do it again, I'm okay with that. You just got to make sure if you're Mike that you see that ball down, especially if it goes right back to the pitcher. He doesn't have to run. Isaiah
Wagler, as you mentioned, bunt out the first time up. Hudson Smiths, by the way, on the mound. He has a record of 4-0 and a 1.52 earned run average on the season. Smiths, a senior. Runners at the corners, 1 down. Here's the pitch. Going to be a fastball, going to be outside for a ball. For Smiths, that is the 7th time he's hit a batter of the year. 32 and a third innings pitched on the season. He's allowed 12 runs, 7 earned, 25 hits, striking out 32, walking 12.
Not a very big lead by Logan over at first base. See what the plan is here.
The pitch. Fastball going to be in there for a strike. Goes to 1 ball, 1 strike now to Wagler. Yoder at first and Mike Miller's at third base.
At some point here, I would think Logan's going to try to take off and get to second base. Does a couple things, keeps you out of a double play. If they do throw to second, Mike should be able to score.
And the pitch. Inside. Almost hit him there, but it's going to be ball 2. 2-1 count now to Wagler.
And, if you're Schmitz here, this is a challenging situation. You're not really loose yet. It's not like you were starting the game and you were able to come in because he was playing in the field and left field.
Can't really just settle in. Here's the pitch. That's going to be high and a fastball. Make it ball 3, 3-1 count now to Wagler.
And they overthrew second base, but luckily for them, shortstop was paying attention.
Austin Zimmerman, great backup.
And if you're Isaiah here, you're looking for 1 pitch in 1 spot. Kind of surprised. Logan's still over there first base, hasn't tried to do anything. He's got really good speed.
Schmitz. Here's the pitch. That's high. And ball 4, so they won't have to send him now. Be bases loaded on the walk to Isaiah Wagler. So Hiland, a big inning already. A chance to really have a big inning. Now the top of the order at the plate, Christian Mullet. Mullet 0 for 2 with the ground out and also a fly out to left.
And if you're Christian here, you want to be extremely patient.
Especially after a hit batsman and a walk in the first 2 batters that Schmitz has faced.
You're looking to hit the ball hard somewhere. St. Henry's got everybody pulled in.
Here's the pitch. Going to be a fastball, going to be on the outside corner. Nicely placed that time for strike 1. And Mullet, the 9th guy to come to the plate in this inning.
And if you're Hiland here, you're kind of thinking you got a chance to go up by 3 or 4 runs here. You can't let this one slip away.
Here's the pitch. Swami, a grounder toward first. Scooped up. Throw to home plate, going to be in time. And that'll be the second out of the inning. So playing the infield out ends up paying off for St. Henry. And he'll get that ground ball fielded and thrown for the force out over at home plate to prevent that run from scoring.
Yeah, it's going to be up to Garrett here to have a big at-bat. Be patient, make him zone up. You want to get another run out of this if at all possible if you're Hiland.
Forces out Mike Miller. To third base is Yoder. Second base is Wagler. Mullet on the fielder's choice. He's over at first. They have batted around, have the Hawks now up 4-2. Here's Garrett Monigold. Led the inning off, did Garrett with that triple. He's the one that got the offense rolling here in this 4th inning. He'll be at the plate again. He'll call time, does Garrett Monigold.
He's just going to have a good at-bat here. He needs to be patient. He's going to give you something to hit. He's not got overpowering stuff. Like we said, if you're Hiland here, you want to get a base hit.
Base is still loaded. 2 outs. Now the pitch. Swami line to center field. Base hit by Garrett Monigold. Scoring from third base, that's Logan Yoder. Wagler will score as well. A 2 RBI single. Garrett Monigold. Hiland now a 6-2 lead.
Yeah, he's staying hot. Exactly the approach you needed to take right there. You just needed a base hit. Now let's see. We've talked about Grady. He's kind of struggled a little bit this tournament. People pitching around him. You don't have anywhere to put him. He just needs to have a good approach here and get a pitch he can do some damage with.
Runners at the corners. Christian Mullet's at third base. Of course, Garrett Monigold at first. At the plate going to be Grady Monigold, as you talked about. Got the RBI in his last at-bat on the sacrifice fly.
Needs to be patient here, have a quality at bat. And I tell you what, they're way off the line in right field.
Plenty of green out there to turn on it.
If you're Garrett here, you got to be smart.
Time is called. Bottom line is, obviously, for Hiland, you want to be greedy here, but the same token, you've taken advantage of a big 4th inning here to take this 4-1 lead.
Yeah, and you got to give a lot of credit to the whole lineup. It took the whole lineup, and they all put together good at-bats. Quality at-bats, laid off of that curveball.
Once they figured that part out, they were able to really time up and hammer some balls here in this 4th inning.
Grady has a good at-bat here. They're not done. Another run at third. They got to be careful here.
Schmitz stepped the throw over a couple times. Now the pitch going to be swung on, be a fly ball. Towards shallow center field, chasing after it and making the catch. That's going to be Hillsman for the third out. Hiland, though, a 6 spot in the bottom of the 4th through 4. Hiland 6 and St. Henry 2. This is state tournament baseball on WKLM.
The other guy's insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course. At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
There may be other choices out there, but when it comes to tires and service, there's really only one place to go. Millersburg Tire Service. In business for over 73 years, it's not just about the prices, it's about the people and the service. That's why service is in their name. They started back in 1953 from humble beginnings, and today they continue serving homes in the surrounding counties with a beautiful showroom, modern facilities, and even a front porch where you're always welcome. They treat people the way you want to be treated. With all that, there's no reason to go anywhere else. Millersburg Tire Service, located on State Route 39, east of Millersburg.
Biker Sand and Gravel, serving the Central Ohio area of Wayne and Holmes County since 1935. They are a name and business you can trust. Their products and services include ready-mix concrete, excavating, limestone, sand and gravel, and hauling services. They are locally owned and operated, insured and bonded, and most importantly, ready to serve you. For more information, call 330-674-0038.
The 5th and new ball game here at Akron as Hiland has taken the lead 6-2 after 6 big runs in the bottom of the 4th inning. And now in the top of the 5th for St. Henry, going to be the top of the order at the plate. Tate Beckman followed by Drew Langenkamp and Owen Zimmerman. For St. Henry, they've gotten the 2 runs. They've had 4 hits in the game. They've left 4 runners on base. Mike Miller really, with the exception of 1 inning, he's been absolutely dominant today. He has struck out 10 batters, has walked 1 on 65 pitches. Beckman at the plate, 1 for 2 with a run scored and also a strikeout looking today. Lefty against lefty. And Miller now with the pitch. Going to be in the dirt on the curveball, ball 1.
And that's one of those things here. Mike's been in that dugout for a while. It might take him a little bit back to get back into that groove. He did have that big triple, but he was able to sit down a little bit and catch his breath.
Yeah, he struck out the last 4 batters he's faced. Here's the pitch. Maybe a bit low that time for ball 2. Now a 2-0 count. Matt Croy alongside John Monigold. Of course, Devin Fortune, Robert Yobroff back at the studio. Glad to have you with us today on FM 95.3 and WKLM-FM.com on Stream 1. And also live today as well. Here's the pitch. That'll be a fastball. That'll be in there for a strike, a 2-1 count. On the YouTube audio stream, produced by Casey Claxon today on the WKLM YouTube page. We'll also be posting the video stream of this game as soon as this game is over with to the WKLM YouTube page. That's a curveball, going to be down low, ball 3, 3-1 count. Producing the video stream today, Logan McPeek and also Andrew Dunlap working the camera. Again, it'll be posted to the YouTube right after the game is over with, courtesy of Claxon Communications. Here is the pitch. Going to be a curveball just a bit low, ball 4. That'll walk the leadoff batter here in the 5th. So Beckman, good speed. He'll be at first base. The second walk thrown today by Mike Miller. As I mentioned, trying to regain that command here in the 5th inning. Drew Langenkamp is at the plate. Langenkamp is 0 for 1 with a strikeout and also a sacrifice bunt.
I don't know if St. Henry, being down 4, if they're going to be as willing to bunt.
Here's the pitch. A bouncer toward third. Gloved. Thrown to second base for the force. To first base going to be not in time, but a nice play at third base by Andre Yoder to cut that ball off and get that force out on the lead runner.
Yeah, that was a big out. You wanted to make sure you at least got that guy at second, and they did.
Now batting the third baseman.
So 1 away.
Zimmerman.
1 on, 1 out. At the plate, Owen Zimmerman. He's 1 for 2 with the single, but also a strikeout looking. 6-2 Hiland, top of the 5th. Update on the Waynedale game. Waynedale has a 5-2 lead over Valley. So Waynedale also up in their game. The pitch, curveball, that's going to be inside for a ball. Goes to 1-0.
Zimmerman, that is who's hitting, correct? He's got a base hit.
Sure is.
Sweeterman had that big double, so this is a potent part of their lineup.
Miller now the pitch. Going to be a bit low that time for ball 2, and now a 2-0 count. Miller getting behind the count a little bit here in this 5th inning. Winner takes on Lake Center Christian tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock, in the state championship game.
And if you're Mike here, go ahead. You got a 4-run lead. Throw strikes. Make them hit the ball.
The pitch. Going to be a curveball, going to be on the inside corner for a strike. Goes to 2-1.
And what a huge advantage if you're able to throw that curveball for a strike. 2-0 there, you got to figure you're going to see a fastball, and he didn't get it.
Miller, see what he goes there. Throw the first base, going to be in the turf. Actually, in the dirt, rather, knocked down by Grady Monigold. He'll toss it over now to Mike Miller. 2-1 count to Owen Zimmerman. Miller, now the pitch. Going to be outside. Didn't chase after it. Ball 3, now a 3-1 count.
And like we said, one of those concerns. Mike's been in the dugout. He was in the dugout for a while. You're going to tighten up a little bit. See if he can get loose again and find that strike zone.
Langenkamp leads off at first. And the pitch. It's going to be a bouncer up the middle. Going to be in the center field. A base hit. To second base is Langenkamp. And now 2 runners aboard with 1 down. So a base hit for Zimmerman. His 2nd hit today. 5th hit today in all for St. Henry. First hit for them since the 3rd inning. At the plate going to be Jake Sweeterman, the cleanup batter. He's 1 for 2 with that double, as you mentioned, the RBI double he got back in the 3rd, and he also scored a run. He's also struck out 1 time today. Griffin Monigold will take this moment to go out to have a little discussion with his pitcher, Mike Miller.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's going to tell him, hey, this is a guy you want to be careful with here, but you want to go after him too. You don't want to get too many guys on base, get ahead in the count, and then you can go to work. But like we said, with Mike having to sit that long, sometimes it takes a little bit to find it again. You got 1 out in here, you get a ground ball or a pop-up.
They'll take that right away. So, discussion over. MRV Siding Supply has top quality products like Provia Siding, decorative siding, windows, and doors. Provia manufactured stone and accessories on County Road 624 in Millersburg. Give them a call, 800-524-7436. Now we're ready to go. Here's the pitch. Going to be in the turf, knocked down again by Griffin Monigold. It's ball 1. They'll keep the runners at bay at first and second. Mike Miller trying to get locked back in here.
He's sitting at 77 pitches.
Here's the pitch. Swung on, be popped up. High in the air, first base side, foul territory. Grady looking for it. It's going to be caught by Grady Monigold, and that's going to be out number 2. A towering pop-up in the foul territory, but he located it and made that grab. It's not easy. We've seen today with that wind can have an effect on those pop-ups.
Yeah, and he took a glance over to see where that fence was able to pick up the ball again and make a catch. Now, this is a huge out right here because you talk about it. You scored 6 runs. If you can come out and put a 0 on the board, that's huge.
Here's Carter LaGuire. 0 for 2 with a strikeout, got on by an error as well today. Here's the pitch. That's a fastball on the inside corner for a strike. So got ahead early this time around, did Mike Miller. Zimmerman's at first and Langenkamp at second, 2 down. The pitch. Fastball swung, popped up, first base side foul territory, goes into the seats, and now that goes to 0-2.
Now you're ahead here. Throw whatever pitch you want. Throw your best pitch right here.
Miller. Look at second. Now the pitch. Going to be a fastball just inches high as it backs LaGuire off the plate. Goes for ball 1, 1 into the count.
If you're Mike, you still got a pitch to play with here. Hit your spot.
The pitch. Swing and a miss and a high fastball. Strike 3. That'll do it for the inning. The 11th strikeout thrown by Miller today. As for St. Henry, they get no runs and 1 hit and no errors and 2 runners left through 4.5. Hiland 6 and St. Henry 2. This is State Tournament Baseball on WKLM.
Looking to upgrade the exterior of your home? Siding is indeed the best bang for your dollar. Hi, I'm Nevin Mast with Home Siding Contractors. We have the best siding on the market today, and the low maintenance aspect of our siding is what our customers enjoy the most. Provia Siding fits that bill exactly. No frequent painting or staining with wood siding. No routine sealing like stucco. Provia Siding lasts. Check out all we have to offer at our new and improved showroom east of Millersburg, and let our experienced sales team show you how affordable our products can be.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent. Hobron's Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
To prove he wasn't chicken?
Nope. The deals at Roadie's IJ were too good to pass up.
Smart bird. Get Gerber's chicken drumsticks or thighs, just $1.98 a pound. And Gerber's fresh boneless chicken lover's choice, only $3.98 a pound.
The chicken told all his friends, then immediately got nervous about that decision.
Also on sale, twin pack whole pork shoulder, $2.28 a pound. USDA inspected pork shoulder roast, $2.48 a pound. And pork shoulder steak for $2.98 a pound.
That's enough savings to make a chicken do a double crossing.
Now through Sunday at Roadie's IGA Marketplace in Millersburg,
where the deals are always worth crossing the road.
It'll be Griffin Monigold, followed by Jonah Yoder and Andre Yoder. And that'll be the 4, 5, and 6 batters at the plate. Of course, Hudson Smith, he's on the mound now. Smith's now with the pitch. Swung on be a fly ball down the left field line. He's going to be in the foul territory. In her blind spot, it actually goes into the seats, though.
Foul territory.
Foul territory and an 0-1 count to Griffin Monigold.
FOWL.
Yeah.
That's what they call that. Which makes sense. That's why they put it right there.
That's right. 1 for 2 is Griffin today with a run scored. 6 runs on 6 hits for Hiland in the fourth has been the difference today. So it'll be a line toward right field, going to be caught, though. It kind of died there at the last second there. It'll end up being a kind of a looping liner, but it'll be caught by a second baseman, Kunk, for the first out.
Yeah, might have got that one off the end cap a little bit. It had a lot of spin on it. Thought it was going to get over his head when he first made contact, but that's what happens when you hit that cup.
Here's Jonah Yoder, 1 for 2 with an RBI double and scored a run. A part of that big-time fourth inning for Hiland. 6-2 lead for Hiland. We're in the top of the fifth. Waynedale, by the way, has a 7-2 lead over Valley in their state semifinal game. The pitch. Swung on. He popped up high in the air near the third base line, and making a catch for the last second, calling off the pitcher, was Zimmerman, the third baseman, and he'll hold on to it for the second out. But that was a bit adventurous there.
Sure was. He went right up the chute. But usually you try to get your pitcher out of the way there.
Yeah. But it looked like he was camped underneath of it initially. But Andre Yoder's at the plate. He's 2 for 2. Big day for him with a single, a double, an RBI, and a run scored today. 2 down, nobody aboard for Hiland in that 6-2 lead. Here's the pitch. Fastball going to be just a bit high for a ball. Frank Solano stopping by today. He's calling some of the games for the OHSAA radio network. We're going to air a couple of those games on Saturday, actually, at 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock for you on WKLM. That pitch going to be in the dirt for a ball. Goes to 2-0.
And here's Andre again coming up here. The first two guys swung early in the count. He's like, nope, I'm going to take a few pitches.
That approach has worked well for him. Here's the pitch. Way outside. That's going to be ball 3, a 3-0 count. Of course, he had that huge at bat. I think it was like 11 or 12 pitches that finally came through with that RBI double in his last at bat.
And you got that left fielder playing deep now. So drop one right in front of him.
Yep. And the pitch. That'll be in there for a strike. Goes to 3-1.
Taking the whole way.
Yep.
Not a bad idea. You don't want to give him a real quick inning here. Get your focus back a little bit.
The pitch. It's going to be foul to the backstop. Good swing in there, but it goes full at 3-2. Smith's trying to battle back here. Yoder back in the batter's box. And the payoff pitch. So I'll be driven toward right field.
That's going to be a double. Maybe a triple. Get on your horse, Andre.
Rolls to the warning track. Andre Yoder goes to second base.
Come on, Andre.
He's digging for 3. Andre Yoder toward third base, third to third, actually going to be cut off. He'll get to third easily, and a 2-out triple. Andre Yoder, what a game he's had today.
Yeah, they were way off the line since he pulled the ball his 2 previous at-bats, and boy, he hit that in the perfect spot to get a triple.
Another extra base hit for the Hawks.
And Mike now has a chance to help himself even more if he can drive in Andre. Man, Andres has 3 quality at-bats today.
I tell you, that's 3 triples in the last 2 innings. How often do you see that?
Well, I guess if you play at Canal Park, you might see it a little more.
That's true.
Oh, excuse me, 7-17 or 7-17, whatever it is.
Here's Mike Miller. Had a triple himself that last inning. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a cold strike on the outside corner. Goes to 0-1. So with 2 outs, a runner at third now, thanks to that triple by Andre Yoder.
Andre's got to be heads up here. Good secondary. Look for that ball in the dirt.
Here's the pitch. Holds the swing, going to be in there for a strike, though. Goes to 0-2. Andre Yoder, 3 doubles in the season. He has his first triple of the year. And 1 swing in the bat can add on another run.
You got to be ready for that.
Schmitz down the pitch. That's going to be a cold strike 3 on the inside corner. That will do it for the inning. First strikeout thrown by Schmitz in relief. Hiland has no runs, 1 hit, no errors, a runner left, and threw 4 1/2. I should say through 5 innings now for Hiland. It's the 6-2 Hiland advantage. This is State Tournament Baseball on WKLM.
A remodel or new build is more than just a project. At Keim, we believe these projects mean creating a new play space for your little ones, designing a gathering place to make and share meals, or building an outdoor oasis to relax and recharge. We're here to help you reimagine your space. Our home center in Charm is a one-stop shop for flooring, appliances, kitchens, and so much more. Our team of experts is here to help support you every step of the way. That's the beauty of working with Keim. That's your home reimagined.
Express Power Washing is Northeast Ohio's premier washing and soft washing company. Their expert team uses state-of-the-art equipment and eco-friendly cleaning solution to rejuvenate your home's exterior, roofs, decks, driveways, and more. Home with a 2-year guarantee. If the green comes back, they come back. For more information, call 330-231-4392. That's 330-231-4392.
MEB Systems, a name that has been around since 1977. It is the area's flat roof specialist. Their mission statement is, serve our team, customers, and community by offering exceptional and innovative flat roofing services, all for the glory of God. MEB Systems has the experience to handle anything from scheduled maintenance to roofing multi-acre facilities protecting valuable equipment and merchandise. Call MEB Systems, your flat roof specialist, at 330-852-4333 or visit them online at MEBsystems.com. MEB Systems wishes all local athletes the best success this year.
The 6th inning, 6-2 lead for Hiland. At the plate for St. Henry is going to be the 6, 7, and 8 guy in their lineup. It'll be Austin Zimmerman, followed by Austin Kunk and Hudson Smith. As for St. Henry, the 2 runs they scored on 2 hits back in the third. That's been it for the scoring for them so far today. They do have 5 hits in all, and they've left 6 runners on base. Mike Miller has struck out 11 batters, has walked 2 on 82 pitches today. He's out there right now. Austin Zimmerman will be at the plate. He is 1 for 2 at the plate today. At the conclusion of today's contest, we'll be announcing the Table Rock Pizza Player of the Game. Located in downtown Berlin, give them a call, 330-449-9955, or visit them on the web at TableRockPizza.com. That player receives the gift certificate for a small 1-topping pizza at Table Rock Pizza. Now the pitch by Miller. Going to be a curveball, going to be a cold strike on the inside corner. Good start here in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, let's see if he can get into that groove. You know, that last inning he had to sit. I'm not sure how long that bottom of that 4th inning took, but he sat for a while.
The pitch. Curveball again, swinging and miss, and strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes.
When we talked about this is a big part in their lineup. These are guys you want to get out here. Attack that bottom of the order. Your middle bottom.
Miller the pitch. Swing and a miss. He did it. Strike three in the call to Mike Miller and to Austin Zimmerman. Miller his 12th strikeout thrown today. So 1 up, 1 down here in the 6th inning. Here's Austin Kunk. Kunk a sack bunt and also a strikeout so far today.
Second baseman, number 21, Austin Kunk.
So strikes out the leadoff batter, and Miller steers in toward home. 7-2 Waynedale in their game over Valley. That's in the bottom of the 6th. The pitch. Swung on to be fouled. Back on the swing by Kunk. 0-1 count. St. Henry 26-3, the third-ranked team in Division 6. Hiland 24-4, ranked number 2 in D6. The fourth-ranked team, they're awaiting the winner of this game. That's Lake Center Christian. The pitch. Swung on and fouled. Straight back. It's an 0-2 count. Lake Center Christian, of course, won 5-3 over Northmore in their state semifinal game, and that state championship game will be tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Waynedale, of course, will play again at 1 o'clock here at Akron. We'd have both those games for you tomorrow, should both teams win. Here's the pitch. Curveball going to be called strike 3 on the nasty curve by Mike Miller.
Yeah, Kunk didn't agree with it, but looked like it was right there. Griffin knew it right away.
Got to check the swing, didn't go, and then got the call. That's back-to-back Ks to begin the inning. That's now 13 Ks thrown by Mike Miller today.
And we talked about their stats at the beginning of the game were pretty incredible.
Yes.
And, to get here, they had to beat an Ohio State commit.
Right. Says a lot about Mike Miller, what he's been doing. Here's the pitch. Swung on to be fouled back. 0-1 count to Hudson Smits. Of course, now the pitcher. A walk and a strikeout for him today.
If you're Highlands defense, you got to stay on your toes here. Mike's done a heck of a job, but you got to make sure you're ready to make a play for him. Help him out if he needs it.
Here's the pitch. That's going to be high. Makes it ball 1. And Melway Paving Company is a well-known asphalt paving contractor for homes in surrounding counties since 1964, specializing in asphalt paving, crack sealing, seal coating, chip and seal, and pavement planing. Here's the pitch. Curveball going to be on their first strike. Had to wait for that call.
Yep. You can see his chest heave. His chest will suck that air in. And
had to look for the chest. All right. 1-2 count to Schmitz.
See if they go with that fastball up in the zone here or to double up on the curve. Fastball
swing and a miss. He struck him out on the fastball by Mike Miller as he'll strike out the side again here in the 6th inning. His 14th strikeout thrown today.
And I tell you what, when you have your son catching, it's like you're out there calling pitches right with him. He's done a great job today. He's helped Mike get through this.
Been tremendous, and now through 5.5. Highland a 6-2 lead. This is state tournament baseball on WKLM.
Call Berlin Heating and Cooling, your Ream Pro partner, and you're calling the very best. Berlin Heating and Cooling services and installs Ream and all types of furnaces and air conditioning equipment. Berlin Heating and Cooling, they're your local team you can trust. Call them today at 330-893-3057. That's 330-893-3057.
This is Emily Sheely of Burgett Insurance. Farm ownership is a huge investment. Protect your investment with the right insurance policy. I proudly represent Buckeye Insurance Group, a company that has been insuring farms since 1879. Together we can make sure you have coverage that meets your needs. Buckeye Insurance Group and Burgett Insurance working together to protect you.
Looking for a partner who will bring your vision to life? Tecton Engineering in Berlin is your go-to for civil, residential, and commercial engineering, customizing their approach to suit your unique needs. And for creative design that sets your project apart, trust Brick and Banister Design. Whether it's residential or commercial, they specialize in innovative design and construction drawings to keep your project on track, on budget, and exactly as you envision. Visit tecton-eng.com and brickandbannisterdesign.com today. Call 893-0230. Proud supporters of the Highland Hawks and West Holmes Knights.
Home half of the 6th inning. It's a 6-2 lead for Highland in the state semifinals. At the plate going to be the 8-9-1 batters. Logan Yoder, Isaiah Wagler, then the top of the order. Logan Yoder, he was hit by a pitch in his last at bat and scored a run, a big 6-run 4th inning. He struck out looking back in the 3rd. Hudson Smith, of course, he's on the mound. He struck out one. He's walked a batter. He's hit a batter. Since coming in relief, he's thrown 25 pitches. Took over, of course, for Max Delsythe. Home half of the sixth, Hiland. A chance for some insurance runs here in the setting. Up 6-2 the pitch. That'll be a fastball in there for a cold strike. It's an 0-1 count. Home Siding Contractors, located just outside of Millersburg off of State Route 39, offers Provia exterior doors professionally crafted and customized to meet your needs in style. Here's the pitch. Inside that hit.
Well, that's one way Logan get on base.
That's the second time today, yeah.
I'm sure that doesn't feel good, but he's going to take it, go down to first, and hey, let's see if we can get that leadoff guy in. Add another run here.
Looked like a curveball that got away from him, so.
Right on the hip, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That, I mean, he's down there stretching it. That doesn't feel good.
No. Leadoff batter aboard. Here's Isaiah Wagner, who's walked and scored one time. Of course, had the bunt out to the pitcher back in the third inning. Here's the pitch. Swung on shot foul to the backstop. It's an 0-1 count. Home Siding Contractors has the Viwenco line of windows with energy efficiency that will save you money on energy costs. Give them a call for a free home consultation, 888-725-6619. That's Home Siding Contractors through to first base and diving back to the bag safely, Logan Yoder. Runner first, nobody out. Hiland, see if they can add on some more, up 6-2 in the bottom of the sixth. Trying to get to the state finals for a fourth consecutive year.
See if Coach Dagus, do you play for that one run here? You're up 4.
The pitch in the dirt. No bunt being shown by Wagner. Goes to ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Another good stop by Langenkamp behind home plate. Top of the order on deck.
Right now, if you're Isaiah, you're going to try to get Logan to second base any way you can.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss and a big cut by Wagner. Goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And Isaiah's going to shorten up here, change your approach a little bit. And really, you talked about it. You know, Schmidt came in a tough spot. He gave up that 2 RBI base hit to Garrett, but other than that, he's settled in.
Here's the pitch. In the dirt. Again, another stop by Langenkamp. Goes to ball 2.
I think that's an Indiana Tech commit, their catcher.
He's done a good job, as you've talked about, preventing Yoder to get in the second base as of yet. Schmitz now with the pitch. Swung on, popped up.
That's in no man's land there. That could be trouble.
Shallow right down the line. It's going to be a foul ball, and he can't quite get to it. Had a long way to go. In right did Beckham. Can't get there, but it will be a foul ball. Need that to be a few inches to the left, but not the case, and it remains at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
On Logan, you know, he could only go halfway there. You had to make sure he didn't catch that baseball. That was a long run. And he shifts way back over, so yeah. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, he did. Right there.
They're going to throw inside to Isaiah if that's the plan.
The pitch. Plumbing a bouncer down the third base side, but it bounces foul. Matt Croy alongside John Monigold, Division 6 state semifinal baseball from 717 Credit Union Park, the home of the Akron Rubber Ducks today. Hiland trying to get back to that state championship game tomorrow morning and against 4th-ranked Lake Center Christian to be a rematch of last year's state title game, if that would be the case.
And I like Hiland's approach this inning so far. I mean, I know Logan got that hit by pitch, but Isaiah, you're making him work here. Like I said, usually the more pitches you see, the better it is for the hitter.
And the pitch. Swing and a miss on the high fastball. Strike 3. So that's the first out of the inning. The second strikeout thrown by Hudson Schmitz.
Let's see here if Christian gets a read on this third baseman. If third baseman stays back, I would not be shocked if Christian lays one down that left side. Nope, he's coming in.
He'll inch in now. Christian Mullet, top of the order at the plate. Mullet 0 for 3 so far today. He's reached base 1 time on a fielder's choice. Here's the pitch. Down low, hits the turf. Night scope again by Langenkamp. And goes to 1-0 to Christian Mullet.
Man, he's done a great job, hasn't he? Behind the plate. He saved I don't know how many extra bases.
And Yoder leads off at first base. 1 on and 1 out. 6-2 Hiland in the bottom of the 6th.
Get that leadoff guy on. You want to get him in.
And the pitch. There's a bunt that time down the first base side, but it's foul. 1-1 now to Mullet. And the Killbuck Savings Bank proudly supporting the local youth. And they hope you all knock it out of the park. That is the Killbuck Savings Bank.
Yeah, 1-1?
I got, 1-1.
1-1. If you're Christian, you want to go ahead and square up again, go ahead, but make sure that pitch is a strike before you offer at it.
The pitch. So going to be a grounder towards second. Glove by Kunk. Over to second for the force. Through to the first base, going to be not in time. Can't quite turn it, but they'll get the Logan Yoder forced down at second base for the second out of the inning. 4-6 fielder's choice, hit into by Mullet. 2 down. At the plate, going to be Garrett Monigold. Monigold is 2 for 3 today with a triple. He has 2 RBIs and also a run scored. Hobron's Insurance play of the game. You can pick a number of different things, but I'm going to say Garrett Monigold's triple in the 4th. That was the one really kind of got the offense rolling in that 4th inning.
Yeah, and that right fielder's way off the line. Garrett has been known to hit that line.
The pitch. So I'm going to be fouled back and out of play. Goes to 0-1.
And you know, that's what a lot of these hitters, you want to hit the ball where it's pitched. If it's outside, you want to take it to right field. If it's inside, you're going to pull it. And I don't know, like being shaded like that, I would imagine they're pitching inside. But it looks like he's set up outside.
But the first base gets by the first baseman.
He may get to third on this one.
Mullet to second, now goes to 3. He'll get to third base easily. So errant
now
throw.
The ball's loose on the infield. Oh, he slipped.
He started and he got back
Probably
to third.
a good thing he slipped.
Yeah. So it was either a bad throw or bad catch. I'm not sure which one the error's on, but it's definitely an error that can allow him to get all the way over to the third base. So runner at third now, an opportunity to get that insurance run if you're Hiland. 0-1 count to Monigold, and again, he's had a day.
Needs to just put a nice smooth swing on it.
And the pitch. Going to be in there for a strike. Going to held a swing. Strike 2, 0-2 the count.
Yep, now he's got a battle. Change his approach a little bit.
Mullet's at third. There's 2 down in the inning. 6-2 Hiland. And the pitch. Going to be outside. And it'll be ball 1-1 into the count.
You look at the catcher's pants. There's a lot of dirt on the front, a lot of dirt on the back. His shin guards, he's made a lot of great stops. He's done a great job today. You got to tip your hat to him.
Now the pitch. Going to be outside. Ball 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Now Garrett's got himself back in the count. They went with back-to-back curveballs. See if they give him something over the plate here. And if you're Christian, you got to be heads up here. That's a long backstop. Make sure you can score.
And the pitch. It's going to be a bouncer towards short. Gloved, bobbled. Throw to first base, going to be not in time. Run scores on the error at short and extends the inning. Hiland now takes a 7-2 lead.
Yeah, you hit that one over in the hole. Looked like it came up. Might have hit the heel of his glove. He wasn't able to do much with it. So, Garrett speed, you weren't going to get him.
No way. So Hawks add on that insurance run here in this 6th inning. After play going to be Grady Monigold. He's 0 for 2, a couple of flyouts to center. Of course, had the sacrifice fly in the 4th inning.
We got a time here.
We'll go out and have a little chat here at the mound. Well, Hiland a 7-2 advantage, and another game where Hiland trailed early. We've seen that a few times here during this tournament trail, and they do it again with a big inning here in the 4th. They get a run added here in the 6th inning, and a pitching change made. We'll take a timeout. Back after this on WKLM.
At Kaufman Realty and Auctions, you've got options. Your property is unique, and our agents know how to sell it. Whether it's a traditional listing or live auction, we'll earn you top dollar. Our agents will utilize whichever method of sale works best. When buying or selling your next home, call on Kaufman.
Whether you're exploring faith for the first time or looking for a place to call home, Northside Church invites you to be a part of their growing community. Join them for services Sundays at 9 and 10:30 a.m., where you'll find inspiring messages and a welcoming atmosphere for all ages. And for 6th to 12th graders, Northside Student Ministry meets Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. during the school year. Visit them at 1207 Worcester Road, just north of Joel Pomeranian Hospital in Millersburg. They can't wait to meet you at Northside Church.
Discover your passion and prepare for your future at Buckeye Career Center. We are still accepting applications for the 2026-27 school year from incoming high school juniors and seniors. Pick from our over 30 career technical labs to obtain the skills you need to succeed in an in-demand career field. Popular options include computer-aided design, masonry, outdoor power, precision machining, and culinary arts. Don't delay and apply online today at buckeyecareercenter.org.
Playback is underway. Grady Monigold is at the plate. New pitcher. Here's the pitch. Going to be high for a ball. 1-0 count. Owen Zimmerman, the right-hander, in senior. He's on the mound to take over for Hudson Schmitz. 7-2 Hiland. And there's 2 outs. Runner at first base. Grady Monigold is at the plate.
Grady's looking to get a base hit here, get something green.
The pitch. High for a ball. Look, they're trying to play for the steal, but both those high fastballs resulted in a no steal attempt by Garrett Monigold. Now on a 2-0 count.
If you're Garrett, you want to make sure you don't get picked off here. Don't take the bat out of his hands.
Zimmerman. Now the pitch. Another high pitch. That's going to be going to call strike. Throw to the first base. Close play and the tag applied.
As I said, you don't want to get picked off here.
That was close, but he got back there.
Kind of got caught out in no man's land. And Grady's like, dude, what are you doing?
So 2 strikes on him. Monigold at the plate. Here's the pitch. So I'll be driven toward right field. He'll get there. So it'll be a base hit to right field. Of course, they had to play him deep as you do with Grady, but it dropped in there in front of him, and he'll get the single.
Yeah, he had a good at bat there. He didn't get barrel, but he got enough of it, and it dropped right in front of the right fielder. It'll be up to the third Monigold to try to do something, get another run here.
That's Griffin. He's 1 for 3 with a run scored today.
Like to see him have a patient, good approach.
7-2 Hiland. See if they can get out on another insurance run in the 6th. The pitch. High. That's going to be ball 1. And Owen Zimmerman on the mound. 3-1 record, 4.18 earned run average on the season for him. Here's the pitch. That's going to be high. Makes it ball 2. 25 in the third innings pitched for him on the year. 20 runs allowed, 15 earned, 34 hits. He struck out 25, walking 10.
If you're Griffin here, you want to make sure you lay off that high fastball.
The pitch. That's going to be on the outside corner for a strike. 2-1 the count now to Griffin Monigold. Grady's at first, and at third base is Garrett Monigold. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Couldn't catch up. Goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Zimmerman from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Curveball going to be a bit high. That's going to be ball 3, now a full count. Runner going, and it's going to be out at home plate. Garrett took off, got to home, they got the tag, and that'll do it here for the inning. So Hiland does add on a run, and now through 6 innings, it's Hiland 7 and St. Henry 2. This is State Tournament Baseball on WKLM.
At Beachy's, we're about keeping you safe and on the road. We believe in building lasting relationships through a trustworthy service. Our team cares about delivering quality every time. We offer auto, diesel, heavy-duty, and tire services. Our Winesburg location is open 7 a.m. to midnight, located at 2653 US 62. Call Winesburg at 330-359-5421. Our Berlin location is open 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., located at 5979 County Road 201. Call Berlin at 330-674-6970. Explore our full range of services and easily schedule your next appointment at beachies.com.
Having trouble with your farm equipment? Don't spend all your hard-earned money on buying new. Bring your equipment to Fisher Farm Service, located at 5327 Weller Road Northwest in New Philadelphia, and have their qualified technicians take a look at it. The technicians at Fisher Farm Service can fix your equipment and have it working as good as new. Their technicians specialize in tractors, combines, skid loaders, and balers. So the next time your farm equipment is not working to your standard, take it to Fisher Farm Service and get your equipment back to peak performance. Call Fisher Farm Service at 330-364-4449.
Give your home the protection it deserves with Cedar Max Super Polymer Insulated Siding from MRV Siding Supply. Cedar Max by Provia delivers outstanding performance inside and out, safe for years to come. Stop by MRV Siding Supply on County Road 624 in Millersburg or mrvsiding.com.
Get your siding supplies from the siding guys. MRV Siding Supply.
Seventh inning, do or die time for St. Henry. Hiland again trying to get the final 3 outs and get this victory. And at the plate going to be 9-1-2. Jack Hillsman, followed by the top of the order, Tate Beckman and Drew Langenkamp. The pitch by Miller. There's a bunt down the third baseline. Glove, throw to first base, going to be a close play just in time to get the out. So the throw by Mike Miller.
And I tell you what, he kind of threw that into the line a little bit. Great job by Grady, reaching over and snagging it and getting his hand back.
Good catch. Good job by Miller to get to that ball and make the quick throw, and a good catch, as you mentioned, on Grady Monigold's part. And there's now one away. So nice thought for Jack Hillsman. Nice bunt down the third baseline, but a good play defensively by the Hawks to get that out. And now St. Henry down to their final 2 outs of the game. 7-2 Hawks. Now the pitch. So going to be a bouncer towards second. Going to his right, backing it. Logan Yoder throws to first base. In the dirt, going to be scooped up by Grady Monigold. Out number 2. How about Grady playing some defense at first base?
Helping a second baseman out there. And you talk about good thoughts. Garrett's going to hear about it from Griffin. I don't know what he was doing there. Full count, 2 outs.
Brotherly love right there.
He owes Griffin an explanation, and if Griffin wants to give him a Charlie horse, he's got my permission.
I think Griffin will try and get an explanation.
He looked at him like, I don't know what he was thinking.
Hey, we know Garrett's aggressive out there.
Yep.
Drew Langenkamp at the plate. And now St. Henry down to their final out. Here's the pitch. Curveball going to be a cold strike on the outside corner.
And I tell you what, you can't say enough about what Mike Miller's done. He battled a sore arm all week.
Yeah.
And it was like, was he even going to be able to throw today? But I tell you what, he's thrown.
Gutsy performance, that's for sure.
He's
swinging and missed. Actually got a piece of it, but it fouled it off the umpire, and he's going to have to take a moment here after that.
Yeah, that doesn't feel very good when it hits off your toe like that. But
that hurt me up here.
I tell you what, Michael Miller's got a lot of guts. And you know what? I talked to him a little bit before they got on the bus, and I said, "You going to give it a go?" And he looked at me like I was stupid. So he knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing. And you think, well, you pitch when you're not feeling your best. You hope you can kind of go out and have a decent performance. Well, he's been spectacular today.
Yeah, it's been unbelievable. You couldn't ask for it. He put the team on his back and said, "Let's go, boys." Kept them right where they needed to be until the offense could put up those 6 runs, and now you're 1 strike away.
Here's the 0-2. Swung on, bouncer toward third. Picked up by the shortstop. Wagner's throw to first base, going to be in the dirt again. Scooped up by Grady, but this time he'll beat out the throw. It'll be an infield single by Drew Langenkamp to keep the inning going.
Just wasn't hit hard enough.
Yeah, good play really by Wagner and Grady Monigold at first base, but as I mentioned, didn't hit it very hard, and now Owen Zimmerman's at the plate. At the conclusion of this game, we'll be announcing the Table Rock Pizza Player of the Game. That player receives a gift certificate for a small one-topping pizza at Table Rock Pizza. 1 on and 2 outs. The pitch. Swung on grounder toward short, going to be in the left field. Base hit, back-to-back hits.
Now they say in baseball that last out's always the hardest to get.
Always the case, and here's Jake Sweeterman. 1 for 2 with the RBI double and a run scored. Stay tuned later on tonight for High School Scoreboard on WKLM, brought to you by Pomerene Hospital. Waynedale, I believe they have won their game, right? Is that over? No, okay, they're going to the bottom of the 7th. So Waynedale up 7-2. That pitch going to be a cold strike on the outside corner. So Waynedale in command of this one. Hiland trying to finish this one off. Miller. Now the pitch. That's outside. Make it ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Miller up also. I believe the 99 pitches now thrown for the game. So right near that 100 pitch mark. He's now at 100 pitches actually thrown.
This is kind of going to be the one you're looking for.
Here's the pitch. Curveball. That's going to be in there for a strike on the inside corner. Goes to 1-2. One more strike needed from Mike Miller and the Hawks.
Like we say, it's the hardest one to get, that last out.
Miller stares in. And the pitch. Swung on, be fouled. Back to the seats. Stays at 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Like you had a little extra juice on that one. Hit 85. It's impressive. Your pitch 101. You reached back and gave it a little bit more. Now you're way ahead in the count here. See if they go to that curveball or go back to the high fastball. I'd probably go to something off speed here. See if you can get him out front.
1-2 again. Swung on, be fouled back. I saw some pitches here by Jake Sweeterman. St. Henry not going down without a fight.
No, they're not. That's the way it should be.
Yep.
Your season's on the line. You're going to give it everything you've got.
2 on and 2 out. 7-2 Hawks. Top of the 7th inning. Miller. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled back again.
Mike's out there with a grin on his face. It's a good battle, though. Looked like they set up off the plate outside. I'm not sure if that one crept back over the plate on him.
104 pitches now thrown for Miller today. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on the curveball, and the Hawks are going back to the state championship game. What a performance by Mike Miller.
Unreal.
Wow.
That's incredible. That's one that's going to be talked about for a long time.
It certainly is. Mike Miller, a complete game. 15 Ks, and the Hawks going back to the state championship game, and how good it feels here for the Hawks. What a season. They're going to have another chance for an opportunity for a rematch against Lake Center Christian and a chance to go for a 4th straight state title.
Yeah, you're going to be playing a team that you're familiar with tomorrow. But I tell you what, you enjoy this one today, take a couple hours, and then come back and get ready to play again. You can't say enough about, what Mike Miller did. 15 strikeouts, and then you look back at that 4th inning, all those quality at-bats in a row, right in a line. And that's what the difference in the game was.
What a game performance by the Hawks in general, and Mike Miller. The Hiland gets the win 7-2. Back with the post-game show next on WKLM.
Now through July 6th, everyone qualifies for Ford employee pricing at Village Motors in Millersburg. This is Deke Miller, and during Ford's American Value for American Values event, you pay the same price Ford employees receive on most 2026 Ford vehicles. That means big savings on popular models like the F-150, Ford Explorer, Bronco, Maverick, Bronco Sport, and Super Duty. No employee badge, no special credentials, no haggling. Just straightforward savings for everyone. Don't wait. Ford employee pricing ends July 6th at Village Motors in Millersburg. Village Motors, where value drives home.
Dreaming of a perfect affordable home? Discover family-owned Hartford Homes. Hartford Homes, with over 50 years combined experience in the construction industry, offers turnkey homes including all land improvements, resulting in a stress-free custom home built for you. Our commitment to quality, community, and sustainability sets us apart. Visit HartfordHomesOhio.com today to schedule your visit. Tour inside 2 different model homes or browse our 22 online models. Discover Hartford Homes in Jeromesville and start your journey to a dream home.
Make sure your Medicare open enrollment plan allows you to receive the pharmacy service you deserve. This is Joel Gauss from Premier Pharmacy, and did you know that Medicare prescription plans are constantly changing from one year to the next? More and more plans are increasing copays or trying to force you into using their plan-owned mail-order pharmacies. Let us help you prepare for the upcoming year by scheduling a consultation with one of our expert team members, or tell your current insurance expert to make sure your plan allows you to get your prescriptions at one of our local Premier Pharmacy locations in Berlin, Millersburg, and now also in downtown Sugar Creek. Thank you for allowing us to be your local, hometown, independent pharmacy.
When you're thinking of an old-fashioned smokehouse flavor, think Sugar Valley Meats. They cure their own ham and bacon, and the old-fashioned smokehouse uses hickory, apple, and sassafras. Processing, curing, and custom butchering are available, cut to your specifications. Stop in and see all the products that they offer. That's Sugar Valley Meats on Dutch Valley Drive in Sugar Creek. Turn left at the light, and Sugar Valley Meats is 1/4 mile on the right. Call today, 330-852-4423.
Denko Marketing and Tricor Industrial, two reputable entities, are the proud sponsors of this broadcast. Denko takes pride in distributing garage door parts and producing specialty tools, serving customers at home and abroad. Need superior tools for your project? Head to Tricor Industrial on Bowman Street in Worcester, boasting an impressive lineup of Milwaukee power tools, Wright tools, grade 5, grade 8, and stainless steel fasteners. While visiting, don't overlook their steel blue work boots and wide selection of drill bits, taps, and dies. Denko and Tricor, proud partners of making an impact in your community.
It is the final in Division 6 state semifinal baseball from 717 Credit Union Park, the home of the Akron Rubberducks. The Hiland Hawks are getting a win 7-2 as they defeat St. Henry today. Today's postgame show brought to you, of course, by Denko Marketing. As far as the scoring is concerned, nobody scored in the first two innings. Then St. Henry, they would strike first with 2 runs in the top half of the third. It was a leadoff single by Tate Beckman, then a sacrifice bunt, then a strikeout, followed by an RBI double by Jake Schwederman. Then an error allowed another run to score, and also the St. Henry would take that 2-0 lead. The Hawks would answer, though, with 6 runs of their own in a huge bottom half of the fourth. That was the difference in the game, as Hiland would get 6 hits in that inning. As for the Hawks, a leadoff triple by Garrett Monigold got it all started, and a sacrifice fly to center by Grady Monigold put Hiland on the board. Then an RBI double by Johnny Gunner would knock in Hunter Miller in that inning as well, who pinch ran for Griffin Monigold, who got a single. Then an RBI double by Andre Gunner, an RBI triple by Mike Miller for the inning as well. And Hiland would bat around a 2 RBI single also in the same inning by Garrett Monigold. And Hiland at that point would take a 6-2 lead and never look back, adding on a run in the bottom half of the 6th inning as well with the Hawks. And they go on to get the win by the final margin of 7-2. Back after this with the final numbers from Denko Marketing.
Denko Marketing and Tricor Industrial, two reputable entities, are the proud sponsors of this broadcast. Denko takes pride in distributing garage door parts and producing specialty tools, serving customers at home and abroad. Need superior tools for your project? Head to Tricor Industrial on Bowman Street in Worcester, boasting an impressive lineup of Milwaukee power tools, Wright tools, grade 5, grade 8, and stainless steel fasteners. While visiting, don't overlook their steel blue work boots and wide selection of drill bits, taps, and dies. Denko and Tricor, proud partners of making an impact in your community.
Hiland wins into the state semifinals. They're going back to the state championship game tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock against Lake Center Christian as they defeat St. Henry today, 7-2. Hiland finished up here for the game. They, of course, had the 7 runs for the contest, and Hiland would get in all a total of 10 hits for the game. They had 1 error for the game as well. And the Hawks would leave 5 runners on base for the contest. Leading the way for Hiland offensively, Andre Yoder going 3 for 3 at the plate. He had a double, a triple, and RBI. He would also score 1. Garrett Monigold, of course, had a huge day as well. He went 2 for 4 with the triple. He had also 2 RBIs. He would score a run as well for the contest. For the Hawks offensively, Grady Monigold had a 1 for 3, but also had an RBI today for the Hiland Hawks. Griffin Monigold 1 for 3 with a run scored. Jody Gunner went 1 for 3 with a double, an RBI. He would score a run. And Mike Miller, of course, 1 for 3 with the RBI triple as well for the game for the Hawks offense. On the other end, for St. Henry, they had, of course, the 2 runs they would score. 2 runs on 7 hits. They had 1 error. And St. Henry also would leave 8 runners on base for the contest. Leading the way for them at the offensive end for St. Henry, that being Owen Zimmerman, who went 3 for 4 at the plate. He had 3 singles today, did Zimmerman. And also Tate Beckman, that finished up going 1 for 3 with a walk. He would score a run. And Austin Zimmerman, he went 1 for 3 at the plate as well for the St. Henry offense. Mike Miller, outstanding on the mound today. The senior lefty went 7 innings. He allowed 2 runs, just 1 earned. 7 hits allowed. He struck out 15 batters. He also walked 2. Mike Miller improves his record on the mound to 8-0 on the season. And on the other end for St. Henry, Max Delsythe gets the loss. He went 3 1/3. He allowed 4 runs, 4 earned. 6 hits allowed. 6 hits. He allowed 6 hits and also struck out 2, walked nobody. Delsythe will drop his record on the mound to 11-3. After that, it was Hudson Smits who came in relief to throw 2 1/3. He allowed 3 runs, 3 earned, 3 hits allowed. He struck out 2, walked 1, and hit 2 batters. And then Owen Zimmerman came in for a third of an inning of relief, allowed no runs, 1 hit, struck out, and walked nobody. Hiland gets the win 7-2. They're moving on to tomorrow morning's state championship game. Back with the players of the game. They're wrapping up after this from Denko Marketing.
Denko Marketing and Tricor Industrial, 2 reputable entities, are the proud sponsors of this broadcast. Denko takes pride in distributing garage door parts and producing specialty tools, serving customers at home and abroad. Need superior tools for your project? Head to Tricor Industrial on Bowman Street in Worcester, boasting an impressive lineup of Milwaukee power tools, Wright tools, grade 5, grade 8, and stainless steel fasteners. While visiting, don't overlook their steel blue work boots and wide selection of drill bits, taps, and dies. Denko and Tricor, proud partners of making an impact in your community.
It is the final. Hiland moving on to the state championship game. They win at 7-2, and also, by the way, it was also a victory for Waynedale, and they won their game 7-2. Both of those games were covered today by WKLM. Reminder also, we're posting those to the WKLM YouTube page for video streaming purposes, so you can watch the video stream of both the Waynedale game and also the Hiland game now. So we're posting those to the WKLM YouTube page, so go back and watch those video streams as we can do that now to the WKLM YouTube page today. So both teams moving on to tomorrow. We'll have both those games for the state championship games for D6 and D5 tomorrow on WKLM. Mac Ray alongside John Monigold for today's game, and we were talking about off the air, John, through the first 2 innings, and actually first 3 innings, it was St. Henry who got that 2 runs in the third. They led it 2-0. Hiland offense hadn't really got much of anything going at that point.
Yeah, you looked at it and you're like, we had 1 hit, and it's really hard to feel good about yourselves only having 1 hit, but I tell you what, you had that leadoff triple. It went to full count, and then, what did you say, 4 other extra base hits in that inning?
Yeah.
That tells you a lot right there. You know, the team kept fighting, and it just goes to show you get a little bit of momentum, and good things can go your way.
Well, you mentioned they made an adjustment on the curveball, kind of took some of those curveballs and forced them to throw those fastballs, so they stepped back on that, and then they really hammered it in a huge inning there for the Hawks. And then really that was the difference there. This 4th inning, all of a sudden they kind of tied them up there and kind of cruised from there.
Yeah, and you look at it, it was kind of one of those things where first time through the order, you need to see how a pitcher's going to attack you. I mean, baseball's a really hard game, and you got a kid on the mound. I don't even know if these kids even watched him on video pitch before, and that's really hard to do as a hitter, to come out and just tee off on somebody you've never seen before. But we've seen it time and time again. They share information, they help each other out, and it's a great lineup. There's nothing else you can say.
Mike Miller, of course, what else can you say about that guy? Now 8-0 on the mound for the season. This is the stage of the season. Late in the year, you threw in a lot of innings. You've been the top pitcher on the team here, and a lot of guys can be dealing with arm soreness. He was dealing with that, as you mentioned, during the course of the week. Wasn't feeling his best, but boy, he came out here, didn't look like it on the mound.
No, absolutely not. I can't say enough about Mike. You know, coached a lot of these kids since they were in 5th and 6th grade, some even longer than that, and that just takes courage right there. He came out there and he was determined, and like I told you before the game, these guys are confident. They're locked in. They want this. They want it bad.
Table Rock Pizza players of the game. I'll go ahead and we had a couple extra to give. We're going to give it to certainly Mike Miller with that performance. He deserved it with the pitching. He also had an RBI triple today. And Andre Yoder, another guy here, really just done the job at the plate throughout this entire postseason trail. He kind of got things going also with this. He was 3 for 3 today, had a couple extra base hits. So Andre Yoder, other Table Rock Pizza player of the game. Was a collective effort certainly today with 2 guys that really stood out.
Yeah, and like you said, Andre's approach,
yep.
If you're a young kid watching, or if you have a young kid watching, it doesn't get any better than that. I mean, he's he's working counts, and then that 11 pitch at bat, I think was the game tied when he hit that double, or it was a close game. That was a huge at bat and a huge turning point in this game, and he's done it all year. It's been, since he's entered the lineup, it's taken this lineup to another dimension.
Certainly has. The Hawks to go play for another state championship. We've talked about it all season long, John. It's one thing to talk about it, but actually have a chance to do it. I can't put into words how hard this is to actually do this and say, yeah, we want to play for a 4th straight championship game. We have to get there first, and they're going to get there. They're going to have a chance to do it, and have a rematch with Lake Center Christian should be a lot of fun tomorrow morning.
Yeah, and I tell you what, if you got to work tomorrow, call in sick or ask your boss if you can get off and come up here and support the kids, because to be honest, they're playing. They got a chance at history here, and you got to go out. You got to play the game. Leave everything on the field. That's all you can ask for. You get to play on the last day of the season. Leave it all on the field, and I'm sure that's what these kids are going to do.
The other thing I'll just bring up before you sign off here, we'll talk about it more tomorrow, but I know Hiland and Waynedale pretty close-knit groups. And you think about what these two programs have accomplished, it's really incredible. And the two teams like in their own backyard, not far apart from each other, they all know each other, and they're going to both have a chance to play for another state title tomorrow.
Yeah, they're neighbors.
Yeah.
And the level of baseball that comes out of that area, it's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
What Waynedale's been able to do, Hiland's been able to do it, and I think a lot of it is the communities. The community support, the parental support, and you got to have the coaches willing to put in the time and the effort, and it all comes together, and you got kids that they want to work hard. They're hungry. They want to win.
They want to win, and they're doing that. So Hiland gets it done today in the state semifinals. They win at 7-2. Hiland improves the record now to 25-4. They've won 6 straight in 18 of the last 19 games. They'll play for a rematch of last year's state title game, taking on 4th-ranked Lake Center Christian tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. We'll be on the air for that at about 9:25 for tomorrow morning for that state championship game. And for St. Henry, they'll end really one of their most successful seasons in their school's history. They'll finish it up with a loss today at 26-4, snapping a 13-game winning streak. That'll wrap things up for us from Akron. For John Monigold, I'm Matt Croy. Special thanks as well to Devin Fortune and Robert Gobroff back at WKLM Sports Central. Also thanks to Casey Claxon, who produced the YouTube audio stream on the WKLM YouTube page today. And also thanks to the Claxon communication team, of course being Logan McPeek and Andrew Dunlap, who helped us produce the video stream for today's game. That is posted to the WKLM YouTube page. Of course, you can go back and you can catch that, the video stream of that now on YouTube. And also make sure you go back and catch the video stream of the Waynedale game as well, also posted to the WKLM YouTube page, courtesy of Claxon Communications. The post-game show brought to you by Denko Marketing, and stay tuned for us tomorrow morning. Hiland moving on to the state championship game. They win at 7-2 over St. Henry. So long, everybody.
Tonight's broadcast has been a production of WKLM Radio and Claxon Communications.